Welcome to Banter with Richie B live.
Near these huts.
Yep.
There's something going on here.
Behind us after. The trees were fucking moving everywhere. Yeah, bro. Goosebumps.
Maddox, you were with me. We looked this way. It was not like this.
Welcome to Banter with Richie B. Yo, what's up, everybody? Oh, yeah, that's right. He's back. Yeah, we've seen it for a while. Oh, I'm live. Look at that. Say hi, Wojo.
Hi, Wojo.
Bigfoot with a fan, and that's what we did. We went out together, and it's like 12 investigations later. He won't leave. Do you know how to get rid of him?
So,
What the hell's going on here? I left you alone for 1 second.
podcast here, sir.
Yeah, I left you alone for 1 second. You take the show over, goddammit. Saying, the best I can think of is tweakers are out in the woods making tree structures. That's what that's what you meant.
You know, it damn sure wasn't a bunch of Boy Scouts. I
Bro,
told you that.
Suddenly go blowing that way.
Right.
You guys will know. Yeah.
Well, red alert. The producer's here. Bobby Lee.
These millionaires don't know what Prime is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What are these lowly people drinking?
Something like Dog Man, right? And I have no dog in the fight, so to speak.
I opened up with my co-host this time.
Hey!
It's our anniversary party.
Yeah! Boom! Woo! What the
hang
hell
on.
is that?
I gotta hit the music. Can you hear it? Get some copyright trouble. Let's go. How's everybody doing? You always open up a party dancing, right? Yes. There you go, Sam. Just a minute to dance for the party, all right, guys? We'll be right with you. Get it, Woj. Dance, Jack. Oh, nice. Got the all right. I got it. I think we got guests here, brother. I think people showed up. They're at the door.
All right.
What's up, Heidi? Sam, D-Hoo, Lisa Rose in the house. Woohoo! Henry, Big Andy, Russ Diver, Skin Dog. What's up, bro? Thank you all for coming. Lisa Garcia, our teammate. I believe I said Heidi. I'll say Heidi again. Well, that's right, Jim. We got many, many Heidis in here, Bob. Back to you, Susan. Woohoo!
From Boulder, Colorado.
Dude, and D-Hoot, of course. I am fired up tonight, man. So I hope you brought your cocktails. As you know, I don't drink. So I typically have ginger ale, Red Bull, and grenadine for my drink. And that's where I'm at. I forgot the damn not the Red Bull, not the grenadine, the ginger ale. But it gets me really fired up. It's basically liquid legal crack. Hey! Thank you very much, Mr. Kirby. Thank you for stopping by. Educate the world. This one is a celebration for our 1 year anniversary, and we're gonna see some old friends. We're gonna hang out. We're gonna laugh. Maybe share a memory. Good to see you, Wade. I appreciate it. Thank you for stopping by. Absolutely. So let's stop the music for a minute. Doesn't mean the music isn't coming back tonight, by the way. Thank you, everybody, and welcome to Banter with Richie B. And my co-host, Wojo, and my executive producer, Miss Bobby Lee, is backstage. She will be keeping a close eye on us. We do have a guest backstage, Bobby Lee. A lot of Bobby Lee bring people up if she's going to hang out. Let's just get him right in case he has so many things to do. He's a very popular dude, seen all around the world. There are stories of him being at Hugh Hefner's place, just so you know, guys. And there is. We are not judging you, sir. We're not judging. All right.
As long as I wasn't at any of the P. Diddy parties, I'm good.
Oh, that's
yes,
right.
Yes. Well, we can prove that right now. Take off your hat and show behind your ears. Guaranteed that Vaseline's still back there.
Absolutely not.
Oh, is that Ronald? Hey, Ronald, how are you, buddy? I hope you're feeling better, feeling good, feeling happy. Love you, man.
Yeah, thank you for stopping by, brother. How you been?
Oh, I've been waiting for this all day since I woke up. It was like Christmas morning. I mean, Richie B celebrating 1 year. Like, this is truly awesome.
Thank you so much, man. I'm so blessed to have you here. And what we're gonna do real quick, hey, Bobby Lee, can you bring up the Michael John video since we have Dale on stage? And that way we'll have them both back together again because we know the legendary Michael John is.
I don't want to be around that jerk.
Yeah, I
know. Richie B.
There he is. Go ahead, you can play it.
Richie B. Congratulations on 1 year, my man. Sorry I couldn't be there with Dale. I know you got him coming on. How exciting is that? What a milestone for you. You've arrived. You are living the dream. I couldn't be prouder of you, my man. We don't talk anywhere near as much, I guess, as we could. And, that's unfortunately life for all of us. A lot of us, we're all busy. But what a journey for you. Congratulations on 1 year, and here's to many more. Nothing but love, man.
Thank you, brother. Mr. Michael John, everybody.
Well, he's such a great guy.
Right?
Yeah, no, Michael John is getting ready to step back into the ring. He's out doing his. He is the general manager of MCG Wrestling, a local wrestling organization here. So,
wow.
Yeah, so he's back in the ring tonight, doing his thing, being Irish Bobby Clancy. So, like I said, I could not be more proud of that guy. He is so busy. I don't even get to see him anymore. Between doing Traders Canada, doing NCG Wrestling, and working a full-time job, I'm like, I feel blessed when he gives me a phone call. I feel like, you know what? Michael John is well deserving of what he is doing and how hot he is right now. So, I cannot be more proud. So,
isn't that amazing, dude? Watching him climb like that, and then just knowing him, interviewing him, having him as a friend, a huge supporter of mine, and I was Wojo and Bobby Lee, and then to watch him, I love watching his acting for the wrestling. It's absolutely perfect for him.
Richie, do you want to tell Dale the kicker?
What's that? Which part?
You're going to be my manager. I'm going to show up to one of his wrestling gigs as the revolting blob. Bobby Clancy, you want some of this, brother? I'll tell you not. You know what I got? You got the revolting blob, and you got Richie B. Oh, Richie B.
Absolutely. I see Mr. Tinsley there. How are you, Mr. Tinsley? If you got a link, my friend, jump in with Dale, and we'll sit with you guys for a few minutes. If Dale can stay for a few more minutes, and then or whatever you got to do.
Absolutely, brother. I'm here for you. This is the Richie B Show, and I'm so honored to be a part of the 1 year anniversary. Like I said, truly props to you, brother. I mean, you have grown so big. I'm so glad you remember us little people, that you are so rich and famous now.
I think you meant broken infamous. This shit costs money, damn it. No, but I tell you, dude, just learning from these guys and watching you guys, and even being on your show, and mind you, when I was brandy new, and I'm still new, but when I was brandy new and I went on shows like yours, I'm taking notes, bro. I'm taking notes. If you're smart in this business and you want to get into podcasting and you're a guest, and you get so fortunate to be a guest on some shows and people want to, interview you, it's really weird feeling, first of all. Oh, and then you have that, right? And then you have the conversation. Write down those techniques in your brain. Write them on paper. Remember those little things from each one of them. and it helps you become a better interviewer. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I've enjoyed it. Russ Stiver's here. What's up, Stiff Dog, man? Good to see you, buddy. Thank you. We got a Stiff Dog video. But Bobby Lee, I'm jumping around a little bit, but can we get Stiff Dog's video? I don't know how long he's going to be around tonight. So let's get that up while he's in the audience, and everybody can check it out.
Russ here from Compass Curiosities, Monday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern. We're here to congratulate Richie B on 1 year of fantastic programming. Now, I remember when Richie B first started out, he had so many questions, he had so many ideas on how he wanted his show to go, and now look at what he's doing. A year later, my God. I mean, LFG, boots on the ground. I mean, he's in there putting the work in every day, and I can't be more proud of him. You know, so to Richie B, to Wojo, to Bobby, to everybody that makes this show run so fantastic, you guys are awesome. You guys, no idea what you guys do for the voice of this community. Richie and Wojo, you guys are absolutely awesome. Every time you guys go live in the studio, out on the ground, you know, you guys have shown a lot of people what it's like being out there squatching and everything like that. So, congratulations to the both of you. And, you know, many, many more years to come. I'm just so proud of you guys. You guys are absolutely killing it out there every day. So, much love to you guys. And this is my get up of thinking I'm out in the woods with Richie B. But I'm not late. No, sir. So, everybody, much love. We'll see you guys soon. And Richie, enjoy the success and enjoy your anniversary.
Thank you, bro. Thank you so much, man. Thank you, brother. That's awesome, man. Thank you for taking the time out, man. I love that. And that's the community, too, that we're seeing as we go forward, right? The community coming back at you, the respect that you get, and the, you know, I guess it's what you give as well. You know what I mean? Hey, Lays and Blaze is here. What's up, my man? Animal Paranormal Podcast is here. And let's see here. You know what we'll do, Bobby Lee? Let's do Michael Thompson's video. Then we'll reveal the new logo. Do you want to stay for the new logo? I'm going to drop you backstage, but do you want to stay for the new logo?
Absolutely. Yep. I'm looking forward to this new logo.
All right, cool. Nothing but love. No doubt, Mr. Stiff Dog. What's up? I love that dude. Mr. Tinsley's backstage. Sit tight, my man. Make sure you have no pants on. Dale knows the rules, so make sure you stay up to par with the rules, please. No.
Got to follow the rules, or Richie throws you out into the woods with Bigfoot.
Dude, I think it's happy anniversary, Sam. Did I miss something? You guys are all, well, we're going to get to the side, by the way, because the side that I have and the people that come out with me and they go out Bigfoot with me, I can't even express the love and appreciation I have for these guys. What's up, Sam? What's up, everybody on the side? So let's do this. Let's bring up the Michael Thompson video, and then we'll get to the unveiling of the new logo for Richie B, Banter Richie B logo. It'll be the face of Banter Richie B Productions. It's going to be amazing. So I really want you to stay here for this, right? And Bobby Lee, go. Oh, I got Michael Thompson's right here, actually. Sorry. Here we go.
Hello, Richie, Wojo, and the entire Banter with Richie B family. Congratulations on your 1 year anniversary of the podcast. It was amazing meeting you guys at Massachusetts Cryptid Fest and hanging out on our episode of the podcast. Congratulations on 1 year. You guys are cooking. You guys are doing great work. And I know you're going to have a very successful 2025 as well. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year to everyone. God bless you all, and I can't wait to see what you cook up next year. Congratulations again.
Awesome, dude. Wow, what a great video.
He's such a great guy, Rich.
Dude, he's so cool, man. I'm so blessed. We hit it off right away at the Cryptid Fest. He came on the show. He's so excited to be on the show. I was so humbled by his excitement. You know what I mean? Like, it's just amazing. And these are people that have been, not just podcasting, but doing their thing, right? And they're good. They're great at their thing, and that's the thing. So when they're recognizing you being great at your thing, you're like, oh my God, really? Are you okay? Are you drunk and blind, sir? Do you need a ride? You know what I mean?
I agree with you, Richie. When you meet some of these people out in doing what you're doing, like when you're at events or whatever it is, and you get to meet them and you get to see the experience that they have, and then they're looking at you as an equal. And really, this is what this is. I mean, we are all equals. Nobody is better than anybody in this field. I don't care if you've been in it for 1 year or 50 years. You know what? It doesn't make you a better person. It makes everybody in here on the same playing game. So, I mean, people that I had the opportunity to meet, people I looked up to, people that I idolize, to call these people now friends like you, Richie, and you, Wojo. Like I said, it's a true blessing to know you guys and to see the growth that you've had in this podcast and what you're doing out in the research field. Like, I mean, it is truly amazing. So, like I said, you guys are killing it, and it is good to know people that actually respect you. And I mean, you're all deserved. You give it out there, brother.
One thing I'll say about you, Dale and Michael John, and I told Richie this on our way up to an investigation. Remember, Richie? I go, what's that? Oh. I was telling Richie about...
No, I have a producer, an executive producer, and a fiance, and I'm trying to figure out which one drives me crazier! Sorry. It's just a family home first. I'll be fine.
Dude,
sorry.
Jess, grab that ginger ale away from him, please. No,
I have my Red Bull. I gotta pull up this logo. Spit out what you're gonna say. Be sweet and let's go.
Oh no, Red Bull. We're in trouble. No, but I did say to Richie, I go about you and Michael John. I go, these two guys are amazing. You guys instantly became my really go-to guys. And like I said, I appreciate you guys' work. I appreciate both of you guys, and thank you for having me in your life, because you guys are great dudes. So
I appreciate that. We give the love and the respect where it's deserved. All right, Richie, do your thing, brother. Do your thing.
All right, clear off your fucking lip gloss if you two are done smooching, and let's move on here. All right. Right back. Hang on. Be right back. I will listen. I am going to step backstage and slip into something a little more comfortable. Y'all need to pay attention to what I'll be wearing when I get back. 2 minutes. Just enjoy the screen. 2 minutes. Without further ado, welcome our new logo. Yes, there it is. That is it. So we didn't want to take away from the old because everybody loved the old, right? We all love the old, but this one has less color, a little more gray, like I'm going to be getting, right? A little more grumpy like me, right? Right? See this resemblance? Right? You see it? Right? A little gray in the beard. Huh? So here's the kicker to this, right? Here's the kicker to this. Here we go. So that is the new logo, everybody. I got some people.
That's you, Dale.
That is sick, man. I mean, wow. I mean, the detail in that logo is absolutely phenomenal. Like,
and it's crazy, right? It's crazy. I gotta accommodate. I gotta congratulate my whole team for this. Everybody had a little something in this. Everybody, Wojo sent a picture of himself in, and we worked from there. So it was.
Yeah, exactly.
Not as rainbowy. A little bit real. I wanted a little bit more real looking. I didn't want it like ape looking. I wanted a mixture of human and that little bit of a little bit like the mouth and nose there, a little apish, but the eyes and everything else looks kind of human. So I wanted to kind of morph the two together and back off on the color. And when you have a vision and you got a team like mine, they just make your vision come true. So Jessica,
yes,
I got guests that are waiting to get on the stage, and we are going to reveal right here, right now, I'm going to go over to this one, right? Isn't it in there?
In where?
In here.
Yes.
And then I hit Richie B, right?
Yes.
And then I go to, where's my store?
Products.
Products, right.
Yes.
Oh, is this it here? This is all of them here, right?
Yep. So all the ones that are hidden,
Yep.
yellow,
Yep.
you can click hidden.
All right, here we go. Listen. So listen, the old logo will be in the merch store for a while. It'll phase out as we go, right? Don't worry. They're there. It's gonna. So here is the kicker to this logo. This is why we decided to make a logo change. Yes, they're both made with AI, but there's different sites, right, that allow you to do certain things. Well, the old site wouldn't let you completely control it or copyright it. This one we own. This is actually our logo that you can't have without going to court. Yeah, I'll take you to court if you mess with my logo.
Yeah.
Good. That's how you do business, right? Is that how you do business? Right? So that's the cool part. That is our gift to ourselves. We own this logo. This is ours. So good job, everybody. Thank you. That's we. Dale, clap. Jesus, clap, Dale. Look, these guys. All right, let me bring people up here that'll actually clap for me, Dale. All right? All right? This is bullshit. Everybody clap, damn it. Clap, 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 clap. Thank you. Good Lord. Trying to get a clap around here is like, trying to break my own leg with a toothpick. Yes,
don't worry, Richie. They have a shot for the clap. Don't worry now. Just relax.
I love your thinking, my friend. Oh, where is it? Where'd it go? Oh, so here you go, everybody, right? So let me move this one to this screen. This is all of the new merchandise that we have out there. No, I'm not doing this to advertise. I'm doing this to... Oh, yeah, that boom thing is. Yeah, you're right. So here you go, right? So what do? I click this, right?
Yep.
Well, do I have to click them one by one, or can I?
That I don't know.
I'm not very good at this.
Shush. What's on the...
Over here?
Try that.
Nope. Just says change position. That's weird.
This show's getting X-rated. I have to go. I'm innocent.
Yeah. Oh, please stop your bullshit. So you have to go one by one like this? Are you serious? So I have just released the first new. Let's see. Can you click on one of these to show them? Oh, here we go. Is this that's a magnet, right?
That's
Yeah, we have the trucker. Where's the other one? The ho ho and ho. Is there a ho ho and ho?
I didn't do a ho ho and ho.
You did. The t-shirt. Where's the t-shirt? The sweatshirt. You didn't make that?
It would be there.
Oh, that's a good point, she makes. But this is all new logo, right?
Yes.
Where is it? Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's a ho ho right there.
Oh, okay, yeah. Ho ho ho.
That's a his ho.
Okay, go.
Tinzo. Tinzo, there you go.
Sweatshirts, you got everything for Christmas, all that stuff. Jessica's been working very hard to get all these logos put on shirts and t-shirts and magnets and cups and thises and that's and Christmas trees and socks and underwear and brassieres, whatever you want. They're out there, okay? So there you go. Stop sharing. Oh, you didn't?
I don't got brassieres and undies.
Oh, you didn't put brassieres?
Not yet.
Oh, okay, yeah. I recommend brassieres.
In the making.
Whatever. Tough crowd.
Oh my God.
Listen.
Sounds like
Sam.
okay.
Hi,
Check.
Sam. Hi, Tim
Check.
Vogel. Mike Tinsley. Wow, look at this. Look at this panel I got up here.
Hello, everybody.
Wow. That's crazy, man. Hello, Mr. Mike Tinsley. How are you? You got a video that you sent in, right, sir?
Yeah, I did.
You want to check it out?
Yeah, go ahead. Play it.
All right, cool. You guys want to check out Mike Tinsley's video that he sent in?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, Tim Vogel, raise your hand or we're not doing it. All right, he's in. Bobby Lady, if you're back there, could you bring up the Mike Tinsley?
Hey, Rich, I want to wish you a happy anniversary. And I got somebody here to want to wish you a happy anniversary as well.
Happy 1 year anniversary, Richie. That's a huge accomplishment. I know there's more to come. And we're definitely going to do some hanging and maybe a little ball busting.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
go! Yeah.
But congrats. Cool stuff. That's huge.
Have a good one, Rich. You too, OJ.
Thank you, bro. Dude, that's not a video. That's a Christmas present. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Nicely done.
Thank you, sir.
That's all. Mike, quick question. Is that before or after you were arrested?
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
that gentleman's here illegally. Get him out.
Hey, are your knees still sore?
Hey, listen, I'll give you knee pads, pal. Thank you so much. That was awesome, dude.
Wow, that was awesome, man. Thank you,
Yeah.
Mike.
Yeah, he was
Thank
in
you.
town, and I had to. Actually, Rich, what happened was all morning I was pulling up some clips of us at Charming Fair, down at Cryptid Fest, and trying to put something together. And I said, you know what? I'm just going to go after this. And
Yeah.
no, he was in town in Manchester, and it was a good chance to kind of run into him and see him. Yeah, so I asked him to give a shout out to you, and yeah,
Thank you.
we got to make plans to hook up and all go together and hang out and yeah, have some fun.
Yeah, you know what's funny about Ronnie is Ronnie and I, like Ronnie's here and I'm here, but yet we're very close because we're in the same area. And every time there's some kind of event or a podcast or something, it's like we're like almost, almost, right? It keeps doing it. It keeps doing that.
With Alex Petikoff for a while, bouncing
Yeah.
off between your show, Steve Cull's show, and then we finally met at the crypto conference up there in Portland. So
Yeah.
Charming Fair, and yeah, it's been a great year.
Dude.
It's been a blast. We've had so much fun.
Yeah, thank you, and you've been a part of it, and you've been a part. Mike and Tim Vogel. Tim Vogel,
Hey,
man,
Tim,
what's
hey.
up?
Hey.
Freaking legend stuff. Where have you been? All right, first of all, I love you, but where have you been hiding your brother, bro? He's bigger than you. You got him bundled up somewhere in a trunk?
No, I don't know where he is. I'm lucky. I just got off work. I walked through the door and I saw your email. I said, "Oh, I gotta jump."
Yeah, I love it. Thank you so much, dude. So much. And then our friend Sam is here from Sam's Pretty Paranormal. She got her.
Hey.
Oh, hey, girl.
Hey.
Yes.
Hey.
I did
What's with
my eyeshadow with the logo, the colors of the logo.
Oh.
It took me. It took me a minute, okay, but I'm
Yeah.
gonna show you. Okay, look.
Oh, shit.
Love it.
Holy shit, dude. That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, fuck Ronnie LeBlanc. That works right there. Let's go. that is pure magic. How the hell did you do that?
Yeah, it took me a
Wow.
while, but I got
Oh,
all
my
the
God.
colors in there.
You're amazing. I got to tell you something, man. And of course, with everybody, but you have your individual kind of friendships as well, right? And Sam has been absolutely remarkable as far as supporting goes and being there for us and just unbelievable, man, on all our lives and reaching out. We did interviews together, and she has become somebody that's just like a friend. And it's weird because I feel one day when I meet you that it's not even going to be like an uncomfortable meet. We're going to high five and then just go mess with society. You know what I'm saying? Like, and when you got a bunch, like, look at what we have here for people, right? And when you have a bunch of people here that are talented like yourselves, like all you people are very, very talented in your own right. And to be mixed in with that, man, tonight it's kind of kicking in more for me. Because all year you just go, right? All year you just go. I've had my moments. Charming Fair Farm, I had my moments where I looked around and I was like, oh my God, I'm sitting around with the guys I used to like, watch on documentaries and stuff and learn about Bigfoot. And I'm going to sit by the fire with them. We're going to go look for Bigfoot later. I've had those nostalgic moments, But when you're in this world's a combination of what you love out there and you bring it in here and re-love it, right? Right? And love it in a different way, right? So it's really two different things that create this one, hopefully, masterpiece. And to sit there and think of that, all that stuff, and I get to sit here with all the talented people like yourselves and all these people on the side that have just been absolutely fucking amazing. Like they're like my family. They go out Bigfoot with us all the time. Matter of fact, while I'm on that subject, 9 a.m. tomorrow morning, YouTube Live, hit that notify button. We're going back. We haven't been out there in a little bit, so we let the hunters kind of calm down a little bit. And Sunday they can't hunt, and we got to get some zingers on the chair again, right? Have you been watching any of that, Mr. Deal?
Actually, Richie, I've been trying to catch up on everything because I've been so busy. I've actually started writing my first book. Diving down into that. So I want that out sometime next year. And as you can see behind me, I have started a new podcast as well.
I know. I was going to ask you about that. That's like my let's see my color. Yeah, my phone color. See. That's Arby's Power Wash. Can you move your head so I can see it? Actually, Dale, just leave. There you go.
Sorry.
Good.
I hope you're not on the balcony.
No, it's too cold outside for me, Wojo. I do not like. I need to be someplace warm. I want to go look for Bigfoot in like Florida right now. But no, I mean, usually at night, usually after midnight is usually when I get my time, and then I try to catch up on all my what my friends are doing. I try to watch what they've streamed that day or that weekend. But I've been truly blessed, just being able to be put into the position that I have been in, and I have a story to tell, and that's the reason behind my book. So yeah, it'll be out later this or sometime in 2025. That's why I've been buckling down, trying to get it right. While the Paranormal Voice has 2 more episodes left for this year, we have an episode tomorrow night at 8 p.m. with Kelly. I can't think of her last name right now. She is running Paraventure next year in 2025. It's an organization that raises money for autism. So Paranormal Voice will be a part of that next year.
Nice.
We're also going to be at Potographs in Holton Lake, Michigan. Me and Michael John are going to be talking. But yes, so we've got Kelly coming up tomorrow, and then we have Richard Estep coming up on Thursday, December 12th. That'll be the last paranormal show of the year. We're gonna decide like what can we do with the Paranormal Voice next to see what that's gonna grow. Michael John is like super busy with wrestling and with him just being finished up the Traders Canada show, so he's got some other stuff that's coming up. Like I said, with me, I've got the new show and I've got my book coming out. So
what's the name of the new show?
The new show is called Seeking Vibes. It is a show that has nothing to do with the paranormal. It has nothing. It is a show that is just about uplifting the community. I have people that are on there. I just had Dustin Perry on there from Ghost Hunters, but he's also he's a motivational speaker as well. And I mean, the guy is out there every day lifting people up. I had Michael John on the show, as everybody knows. Michael John overcame homelessness and addiction, and now look at him. I mean, reality TV star. Back on top of the wrestling world again. So, like I said,
amazing.
So that's what the show's about. It's about uplifting the community, telling people inspirational stories. I'm anybody out there who has overcome anything in this world, anybody who suffers from mental health, anybody. If you want to be a part of my show, just reach out to me. You can find me. Just reach out to me through the Paranormal Voice at gmail.com and tell me your story. And I would love to have anybody who is out there doing their thing, overcame a life challenge, but just out there. I've got Sarah coming on December 17th. Like, Sarah's been truly amazing from Get Haunted, and like I said, her journey, her story, everything she's into, it's like it's uplifting and it's power. It's everything it is. And like I said, I just want to bring inspirational stories to the world, show people that no matter what you're going through, you can always outcome everything. It's a mindset. You have to be able to just kind of get yourself into it, but every inspirational story will help somebody out there. So that's where I'm going with my new show. So
I love it. And your new book's going to be called Banter with Richie B, I heard. So that makes sense. Right?
The new book.
Say no more. Thank you. Say no more, sir. Thank you. Quickly, Mike Tinsley, what have you been up to? Hurry before you speak.
Oh, shit. I've been up to all kinds of stuff. I've been working.
Nobody's
working. Yeah. So it's plow season's coming up, so I plan on getting caught up with the podcast and stuff. Going out tonight to do some sanding. So no, I've been working on all kinds of stuff. I've been going through the last year's worth of stuff, adventures, misadventures. the things that I've learned, the people I've met, the places I've gone, and trying to put it in one big documentary. And
look down.
Hey, sweetie.
There you go. Sorry, I didn't want to get both of us will get in trouble. No thanks. Go ahead.
But yeah, I've been putting it. So we're working on releasing finally a trailer December 20th.
Nice.
It's going to be called Man Ape Among Us, Cryptids of the Northeast, and we're just going to really get into what's going on, the stories, the investigations, the research, the personalities, the people, all of it. So it's going to be exciting, and I hope it's one of those things too that helps bring this Bigfoot community here in New England and the Northeast kind of together. Something that somebody can watch from someplace else and kind of, at least get sucked in for those couple hours and really want to learn more. So they want to, hopefully want to turn into Richie's podcast. They want to learn more about, this group or this situation and kind of bring it together. And hopefully we can all just kind of benefit off creating something here in New England. And we talked about it a million times, Rich, bringing life to the Bigfoot and cryptid community here in New England. So, yeah.
Well, I gotta tell you, man. First of all, a little scroll back. I think I saw Carlozzi come in, saying hello. Hello, Carlozzi. Thank you for the well wishes. I figured I'd bring that up while you were talking. But I was just messing with you. What's the name of your book? I know it's Banter Richie B, but what's the second choice?
I now I have to come up with a new title. No, it is the book. The title of my book is going to be Dead for a Minute because I did have a near-death experience in 2006.
Oh yeah.
Michael John's the one who says this is what you should call your book is Dead for a Minute. So so that'll be the title of the book when it comes out.
Love it. I like mine signed in the back. Thank you, sir.
Absolutely.
Timmy Vogel, the Bigfoot legend. Look at this. This is what a treat this is for our anniversary, Wojo. We get to sit here and now we can actually kind of interview them, right? We got the reveal done. The store is up and running. It's got all the cool shit in it. You know what I mean? Now we can just kind of sit back and hang out with our friends and talk a little bit, right? What's Tim Vogel been up to? I see Tim Vogel looking at a D7 the other day. What's that all about, bro? Snow
it's parked up on the back property, and we were doing some logging, and that was going to haul some trees. So we were going to chain up some trees and haul them back. Today, I was part of a chainsaw crew they had a tree do one of those barber chair. Came back in a barber chair. If you guys are familiar with that, it's not a good thing. And one of the guys, we all walked away. It was a good thing, but it was it's one of those days.
Yeah. So this time of year with your ranger duties, where are they at? Is that part of them?
That was part of it. Yep. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And one of them was one of the guys got hurt, and I think they dislocated or severed their bicep. Muscular.
Yeah.
Like this. I don't know. Some didn't look good.
Yeah, I lifted a transmission up last year, and everything went black and shuttered. And I looked down, and my bicep was in my elbow joint. I'm like, oh, that's not supposed to be, but it makes me look huge.
Yeah.
Right?
No.
Yeah.
Right.
Doctor's like, you got to get that fixed. I'm like, but why? Look how huge I look. She's like, you're an idiot. Thank you. Goodbye. Check, please. Right, Sam? You got any torn biceps, Sam? Let's see them.
No, I don't have a torn bicep.
Those are bigger. You got bigger muscles than me.
No.
Sam's like, what's up?
My husband had to have surgery because
to connect it.
Slap tear. He had a slap tear. Yeah, they had to pull it back up.
Oh yeah, that's what I have. I have an indent right here. They want to pull it back up, and they kind of stick it to your shoulder blade. I'm like, dude, I'm good. I'm like 53. How much longer do I got? I don't need none of that crap. You know what I mean? 20 years tops. I'd be lucky. You know what I mean? I'm all right with 73. All my kids are adults, and I'm out. See ya. Bye, everybody. See ya. It's like a vacation. Jason Hughes is Oh, let's see. Is this where the cool kids come to hang out? Well, obviously. So
Right.
you can leave now. Thank you. Let's go.
Thanks, Chet.
And, hey, thank you, Chet. Appreciate you, bro. I see Chet working. Anybody here know Chet? I know already Delphio knows Chet. Those two. Sorry, those two go back and forth a little bit on the internet. They do, yeah. They have a thing, and I like you both and respect you both. So let's be kind, all right? Work it out and talk civilly to each other, all right? And I'll put my pants back on for like 5 minutes. That's all you get. You're welcome. Right? Let's see.
But Richie, I will say that. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, Ojo's here, guys. I forgot. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, as Timmy being on here, it's a privilege that the Vogel brothers invited us out to their place out in Western Mass, and we found a footprint together. Well, several tracks actually.
Yeah,
and it's been a real privilege to be with these guys and show us their knowledge of their area, and to find that footprint and casting it and bringing it to us. It was awesome, dude. And I like to say it's man,
it is awesome, isn't it?
This year's gone by so quick, and it's amazing.
No, it was a pretty cool experience to get that opportunity. I mean, you found a track. There's a story why there was only a couple of tracks, if there were only a couple of tracks that were there. And we were lucky enough to find them that day, looking for, Bigfoot stuff that day. And all of a sudden, we go back and we cast that thing, and it's 17 and a half inches long, I think, 5 inches at the heel, 7.5.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
At the widest part. So it's good, and that one there we sent in to Dr. Meldrum, cast pictures, all that stuff. And, he sent it back and, hey, this one here has potential. We sent a few. And some of them he sent back, said, no deal, guys. I ain't biting. But this one here, he said, this one here has potential. So, it's
Tim,
nice.
what was
that
amazing was when you said that. I don't know if it was you, maybe it was Eric that said, "Hey, that the pond receded," and I'm looking around from a distance, and I'm like, "Geez, what is?" I could see like some deep stuff over there. And I wasn't sure what I'm looking at, and I was kind of getting a little excited, locking up to it, and then you and Richie were in the high point, seeing like the hay and everything, and then when your brother walked past it, now I'm like, I have to look. I have to check to see what I'm looking at from quite a distance. And, to see all that, it was just such a victory moment for all of us. And me and Richie had such a great time too.
Yeah.
And thank you.
Well, that's cool. You set out and you plan and you hope for the best. And, we got lucky. We got nothing more than lucky.
Oh, we got lucky. All right, brother. Yeah.
Let me tell you something, brother.
You take those odds and you narrow it down. We went to October Mountain State Forest. We went to a place where we've had prior experiences, multiple experiences, from rock throwing to trees to trees pushover to orbs, the whole gauntlet we've had right there. So why not? That's just as good a place as any. It's kind of like my buddy saying, when we're fishing, he said, well, let's go over here and try. Well, wait, we're catching fish here. Why are we going to move? We're catching them.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's what we've been going through. That's exactly what we've been going through with pounding this one particular area so bad where, people are like, oh, you got to keep going back. Like, it's kind of boring, but it isn't, because we keep having results, man. And not only that, we've built a rapport and a friendship with whatever is out there, and which I believe is Bigfoot. But anyways, but it's, there's nothing wrong with that. Like you said, if it's a successful fishing hole, why am I going to change it up for scenery? Right. I want to change it up for scenery real quick. What's up, Sean Kelly, man? Thank you, brother. Pittsburgh Paranormal Society. Like and subscribe to my boy over there. Chet says I took a trip to. I have a video up, so that's why I'm not pulling up the comments. I took a trip to a hidden valley in area that. Well, okay. Well, thank you, Bobby Lee. Thanks, Bobby Lee. That where this valley is, all cut off except for the storm drains and roads. A few miles apart, ring a section. Did I miss something there? I must have missed something. Oh, there you go. Yeah, Chet's always got more. Oh, look at that. Heidi says 444. That's our number here, right? Well, all I know, I was down there searching. I felt something. One watching me, so I sat still. I got a pop like and a cork pop and a tree knock. Well, there you go. So, you know, one of the things, when you start hearing that cork pop sound, I associate that so much with the chest pop, like the mountain gorilla that Jane Goodall spoke of. You know what I mean? That little extra, there's a different sound to that and a tree knock, I think. And I've heard them both, and I know what he means by that. It's, you know, it has a little bit more of a guttural, you know, type sound. I got a video here I want to see. I like peanut butter more.
What's up, Henry?
Wow. Henry likes peanut butter on my leg. Weirdo.
I knew that was going.
Yeah, that's a whole nother show. We don't.
It's not going to go well. Well, I'm not going to sit here and take. Oh, that's our first print. Is there music on that? No. You can see the toesies.
That's the one up in your area, right?
Yeah, that's that's the one I clumped the shit out of and made look stupid. Right here, my first cast ever. That's why I leave it up there, as embarrassing as it is. I put it up on a site one time. I was talking to this guy about it. I said, "Yeah, I suck at casting. Look at this." He goes, "Yeah, it looks like a clump of shit." You're a funny dude. We just laughed about it. I had nothing. I couldn't even argue it. I'm like, "Yeah, that's a clump of shit."
Well, you got nothing to do but grow.
Make sure when you take that peanut butter out, chat, you stick it to the roof, right? Stick a stick to the roof. Where's the right? Take a little extra peanut butter. Sorry, I was just looking through. I'm looking for that. You know, what's funny is they have all these videos in here, and I don't know which ones they are. This is the one of the security, right? You hear it moving?
You heard that crunch in the back.
Yeah,
right after
in the end moving. This was off the guy's security camera on his house, facing across the street. He went over to his neighbor and said, "Hey, I need you to listen to something from behind your house." Right? It's kind of like in the movies where you go, "It's behind me, isn't it?" You know, I think it was Predator or something. You know, all right, here, ready? Let's listen to that one more time. Why not review some evidence, right? Listen to the end.
It's interesting for sure.
Here we go. Right there, you hear it move in the end. It moves in the end.
Hear that crunch.
Well, to me, that's the key, because the blue van that I have on my YouTube page, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the notify button. You can hear it get hit 9 times. I counted 9 bangs on my tree. I don't even call them knocks. Dude was pissed at me. At first I was being loud. I think I startled him. I don't know what was going on out there, but he beat the hell out of the tree. But I didn't hear it until I literally years later, while I was sitting here actually, and I had these on, and my old ones, and I had those on, and I went, "Oh my God, I can hear him walking." So that to me solidified what I was dealing with, because there wasn't a strong enough. First of all, you couldn't see; it was after dark. It was almost 9 o'clock at night, pitch black out by the game trail. You know, I could hear him. When you put the headphones on, you hear, and then he walks up, he stops walking, and you hear this loud branch or whatever the hell he decided to hit the tree with, like that. And then there's like a 4-second pause, and then boom, 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 boom. He does it 9 times, and then he just goes quiet again. Maybe he dropped whatever he was hitting it with, whatever, and then you hear him walking away. And to me, that solidifies, right? Because now I have something in the dark. There's no headlamps. There's no lights. I can see where it is. I can show you the tree. I show Wojo the tree. It's not far from where I was sitting. Very frightening, especially when you live in Massachusetts and you got no guns. So then you see it right there. So then he's got to walk. He's walking away into the darkness. It's dark where he is, and even darker where it's going.
Yeah.
Right. And he's
so
going to break
imagine
off
the trees
something.
like that, right, Rich?
Oh,
yeah. It's like
no
a dent.
Yeah.
And you can see the rings from the bark. It's just amazing.
That's right. He or she. What's that, Bobby? Is that for me? Are you guys talking to each other?
Tell you who had Squatchman had recently posted something had something to do with a gifting chair.
I listened to
some
that.
vocals on this thing, and if you listen to the whole thing, I mean, I don't remember the person that actually made the recording. Squatchman posted it, and I saw it through his website or his Facebook page, and that was some pretty interesting stuff. You know, the dude was camping out next to his gifting chair, and you know, now all of a sudden he's getting vocalizations, some of his samurai chapter stuff. Yes,
and then they sound like they're laughing. They're like, ooh, yeah, like friggin' raggy-doo. But I watched that. That video is from 11 years ago. Can you imagine that? And it hasn't popped. I mean, it's got over 1 million views, but over 11 years, you would think that would have 5 million views. I mean, that thing is legit. And then you hear the people coming in, oh, yeah, that sounds like a human. And I'm like, and you know right then and there that motherfucker don't own boots. As soon as he says stupid shit like that, you're like, oh, how's those sneakers over there, Fluffy? Like, you know right away that dude ain't never been in the woods. But that mouth keeps yapping over in Suburbiaville. Shut up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, you know, like these guys, like Ernie and those guys were talking. Next thing you know, we should be looking at potential communication. You know, if in that particular video, even though it's as old as it was, if you got first off, they couldn't go nowhere because he's in a tent and it's happening right now. But I mean, if you have the ability, instead of booking and running, if you can keep your composure, and there it is, and you could do some basic sort of, hey, dude, what's up kind of thing, and try to get something and get a response, break the ice kind of, not like you're going to have well, maybe you will, I don't know, but just some sort of a, hey, I see you, do you see me kind of thing. So you get that kind of, instead of saying, oh, I saw it, and
yeah. Can I tell you a little something right now?
It's situational too.
Yeah, no, exactly. And I just want to speak because you reminded me of something, and Wojo is going to remember this. After having Ernie Davio on, right, we got into hand signals. So, you know, I did it by accident when I was flanked. You know, that time where there was 3 of them. The first time, I just got the hell out of there. Second time, I backed up slowly. And third time, I put up my hands where I was like, whoa, I heard something behind me that was different. You know what I mean? Hang on 1 second. No worries, man. Slow swing by. Yeah, no worries. Here, let me see. Sorry. This is actually Matt Shera from WBZ Radio and iHeartRadio. He's just let me know that he's trying to get over to get on. And that was very nice of him.
Yeah.
He didn't have to be like, oh, that guy's a fucking loon. I mean, he wouldn't be wrong, but whatever. So I put my hands up like this, so they could see that I was unarmed or whatever. You know what I mean? I didn't realize that I could possibly be communicating with them.
No,
you know what I mean?
I wouldn't have thought. I wouldn't think like that either. But now,
it was just like
forward, I'm going to. I mean,
so
if whatever opportunity presents again. That's how
I've had movement in the woods, and I'm sorry, I had movement in the woods, and you know, Tim, you know, you've been here, you know when they're kind of looking back at you. You know they're seeing you way before they know you're coming into the freaking woods, bro. Like, people don't understand that, especially ones that we've been dealing with all summer. They know we're coming into the woods. They know when the cars are parked. They hear the door. They're like, oh, there's those idiots. Let's go make fun of them and mess with them. And we go into the woods. So we know that they're out there. And I've heard movement. And Sam has seen this on the live. And while I'm at this point of this show, everybody on the side, Wojo, you know, we friggin' love you guys. You guys are like family to us. You literally could call me and cry about, God forbid, anything in your life, like serious, like a friend. No, seriously, like if you had a dark moment in your life, you could literally, most people can, but you guys are like friends where I could just be like, listen, man, this is how we're going to get through this. Like, I feel that connection with them, right, Woj? Like, seriously.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Because, I mean, all these people here on the panel, I mean, they're really super, like, really people on the side, despite talking Bigfoot or paranormal or anything. But, like, Sam, you've been around, like, from the very beginning. You are the GOG, the girl old god. You know what I mean? You've been around on Richie's podcast, like, from the very beginning. And, you know, to look back when now talking to Richie and going on the investigations, then became the co-host, and you've been there like from the very beginning until including now. you're amazing. You're an amazing person, and thank you for putting those headsets on, telling us what's going on. I mean, I can hear Richie because even though I'm a little further away from him because I'm trying to listen, but yet the communication between you, Dehu, Henry, all you folks out there. So tell me, from your perspective of being the outside looking in, how do you feel?
I wasn't done yet.
Oh, go ahead.
I want to talk about fucking hand signals. I don't understand this shit. Didn't I just text you? I was just telling you, shut up. I want to talk about hand signals. Remember? I just texted it to you. Oh no, that was a different pic. Don't look at that.
Jess, stop with the saying hand signal.
No,
but for the hand signals that Richie was talking about.
Tell them about what we do in the woods when we think was being watched. What do we do? Oh, yeah. Nobody can see it, but go ahead. That's really good.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So right here, so I point.
Yeah.
I bring it back.
Touch your breast. Yeah.
Just like this, both hands up, close to the chest, and just like, hey, it's okay.
Yeah.
And so now Richie was like about 30 yards away from me. I went ahead of the group. And I did that on purpose because my phone died and I had no flashlight. I could see, Richie and the gang behind me. So I can hear movement on both sides of this main path. So I stood straight on the main path so I can hear it left to right. And I just kept turning, give those hand signals. And then that's when we started walking out. Go ahead, Rich. You can take it from there because you saw it as much as I did.
Which one? Oh, the lights?
Yeah.
Oh, the lights. Yeah.
That was after the fact, and that's what Ernie said. Like,
the lights are real, everybody. I just want to tell you that. That was something that I didn't buy into, and I wasn't having it. And eye shine on an animal makes sense. You know what I mean? I'm watching YouTube and Facebook. I know everybody. Welcome Sparky to the show. Make sure you like and subscribe to his YouTube page, and he's tripping balls. All right, moving on. So it wasn't something I bought into that the woo and the wah and the wee and all that garbage, right? I didn't buy flesh and blood, blah blah blah. Maybe some a little extra energy mixed in, right? Because people have an aura around them. Some people aura is brighter than others. They have a lot of strong. You know what I mean? They're really strong. Compared to some people, you can't see the aura, right? So people talk about the lights and the orbs and things like that with Sasquatch. To me, it could just be their energy because it's bigger and brighter than us, far more advanced than we are, things like that. So there's many reasons for that. I didn't buy into that. And I'm getting pointed to the woods and I'm going, what? What are you looking at? You know what I mean? I see a light in the woods and I'm like, oh, okay. But then I start investigating because that's what we do, right? Oh, how's my aura? Your aura is like a... Like a weird old guy sweater and some chinos.
What's up, Adam?
What's up, Adam from Bedford Media? What's up, my brother? Oh, sorry, it's like my 18th Red Bull.
Nice. So, Richie, about the orbs, Ronnie was talking about that today, and it's the first I really kind of got into it, I'm a wildlife guy. I had fun meeting Tim over at Charming Fair and talking, natural stuff with you. And that's kind of what I know in my background. But there's a lot more. There's a lot more going on with paranormal and this UFO stuff. We're learning now as we speak that UFO stuff is not paranormal anymore. It's real. Military bloggers are picking it up. Stuff's happening. It's making the news. The FBI's investigating this shit. It's happening.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of crazy stuff going on, and some of that paranormal woo stuff isn't as far fetched when it comes around full circle, right, Rich? Like,
it's freaky.
I'm starting to kind of want to go down that rabbit hole now.
Ronnie is certainly dialed in on it. I've listened to Ronnie before. And he's got a good handle on it. All I know is that the two times we had orbs involved with a Bigfoot, they were actually within the same story, and within the same there's a dozen people looking at this thing happening, and Bigfoot disappears. And moments later, there's an orb, and then that disappears. Right. So how they're connected, I'm a flesh and blood guy. I'm certainly down that road. But then you got something like this weird happening. And why did we only there were 6 tracks there. We cast 2. One of them was decent. Why? Why didn't we only get 6 when this, potential 8-foot creature in a swamp didn't leave more than 6 tracks? Right. Yet that's what a dozen people saw them on a flare, the whole deal. So, it's one of those things. So the weird and the paranormal you really have to be open-minded. Yeah. Because I got good friends that talk to me about this dog man stuff. Right. And
I know, bro.
Yeah, right.
I know.
I mean, yeah, we could talk about this stuff for hours, and I think you only have a couple, right, for your show.
Right.
Yeah, but the beautiful thing about all this stuff, and I'm going to be honest here, and just in a 1 year, when I met you guys, and Tim Vogel in particular, Eric Vogel, you guys have changed your stance by furthering your research. And I've watched your mind kind of open more, right? To where, maybe not so much with structures, but Eric surely got a lesson in my area geographically. And I got one in your area geographically. So we both evolved in this year searching for Sasquatch, to where our minds had to open up, because I didn't hear you talking about the one footstep when I met you. But I've heard you recently say, I mean, we had that conversation where you were like, where did only one footstep come from? You know what I mean? Then you start getting into that woo and the wee and the wah, and here we go again. And I'm like, But I'm looking at night. I'm walking out, and I'm looking at these lights in the woods. They were self-illuminating. There was no lights on them. There was a junkyard further out, but it wasn't casting through. Right. It was pitch dark, and then the lights appeared. Right. And then I started really looking into it. And then this is what happened to me. This is only my personal experience. It's all I can share with you guys. Whether Wojo was standing right there or Matt or anything, I don't give a shit. I'm telling you what I saw. And I looked up to my left, approximately 10 feet high. I'm just saying, there's a little incline there. So, the thing could be 8 or 9, and it's on an incline, I look up and I see one red glowing sphere, like this dude's eyes that you see on my new logo over here. See him? Mm-hmm. It was just like that, but there was just, let's see if I can. Let me see. I gotta get used to this now. All right, it was that one.
There you go.
Yeah, that's what I was looking. That's what I was looking at. So I'm staring at it, going, that could be anything. You know what I mean? And the first time I saw them, I was like, oh, those are fireflies. You know what I mean? But it was like 30 degrees. I'm like, oh no, those motherfuckers are dead. There ain't no way they're fireflies, right? So I'm sitting there. You go through the rational thinking, right? You try to save your brain from exploding. So this is what I'm looking up. I'm looking up like this. And I'm going, come on, man. And then I, rub my eyes like this, make sure I wasn't getting playing tricks on me or whatever. And then all of a sudden, that happened.
Mm-hmm. So you had 2.
So then 2, and when it came out, so it must have been behind the tree, and it came out, and I'm here, and it went like this. Stayed there, and then slowly went up, as if to say, yeah, motherfucker, I'm real. Because I wasn't saying nothing to nobody. I'm sitting there, it's like he read my mind. I'm really like, yeah, this ain't fucking happening. This is crazy, right? And then that dude went just like in this weird, and it was an angle as if he could have just went like that, but it was in an angle that was down and then a little bit up. And then he went back. And I look, and you can hear me on the video go, oh my God, his head just moved, dude. That head just moved. It's connected to a head. Like I really that was a neck and a head. I started going, I get, right? I got a little amped up, not just on Red Bull, but this ain't helping right now. Sorry. Anybody else have a cocktail here? Anybody?
Absolutely.
Right,
one of our very own. There we go.
Cocktail. Wojo, where's your cocktail? Oh, people on the side talk. Everybody on the side, raise your cocktails, man. What you got? Oh, hey, girl. Cocktail party, girl. Oh.
I finished mine.
Of course you did, Sam. We have the same problem when we go live, and Sam's like, look out of the fucking bush. Someone in the fucking bush. Hurry up with the bush. Like this is behind the bush, Sam. You just tripping balls. All right, here we go. All right. Everybody hear it? Oh, wait, so they had this time.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got a reserve.
You got a reserve?
Don't picture us. I do.
Boom.
Cheers,
All right, I got water.
Hey, Richie.
Yeah, you gonna leave me now?
I gotta go, brother.
All right. Can you please
I gotta go watch
send...
Michael John do his thing.
Oh, where is he?
He's about 30 minutes away from me, so I told him I'll be there by the end of the show when he does his when he gets back in the ring to do his thing.
Oh my God, yeah, definitely. Tell him we said hello, give him a hug, and pinch a nipple. All right?
Absolutely.
Best of luck with your book there, Dale, and have a good time spreading positivity.
Thank you so much, Tim. Mike, it was a pleasure meeting you guys. Wojo, do your best to keep Richie in order. I know that's a tough job.
Ain't gonna happen.
Sam, it's always great to see you. I hope you're doing well. Everybody have a great Christmas. Richie, you're the bomb. I love you, brother. Keep up the good work.
Thank you so much, man. Let's give him a boom on the way out, Woj.
Boom! We'll talk soon, brother. Keep
something. See you, bro.
Bye-bye.
Awesome, man. Good to have Dale Quigley here. I love hearing about all his wonderful things that he's got coming up. Hit the button, Dale. You'll be fine. You'll figure this out. You've done this before, haven't you, sir? I love you, bro. Great to having him here. Oh, yeah, toast. Yeah, we need music and a toast. Hang on. Let me shut this up. Anybody? All right. Where can you hear me from? Oh, there we
all
go.
Over.
All right. Really? That wasn't very nice. All right, you ready? Good bit of music. We'll see if we get a copyright trouble tonight, okay? All right, here's your cocktails. Let's go. We're gonna have a little celebration, a little cheers. Oh, Sam had a reserve too over there, huh?
Yeah.
I don't want to apologize to your husband or make him say thank you. I have no idea. Here you go, everybody.
Cheers.
Happy birthday to us. Thank you, everybody. Whoa, that was a good bite. Oh, salud.
Salud.
Oh, salud.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
All right.
Mike, how much snow are you getting up there in New Hampshire? How much
tonight, I think we're just supposed to get maybe an inch or so it'll be some salting and stuff. But yeah, it's.
Oh, I need to
say right on the line, right where I live. The other night I got like 3 or 4 inches here at the house, and where I plow a half hour away, had nothing. So we're close enough to the coast to where that line always changes. So it's hit or miss.
We ended up with about 4 inches.
Oh, did you? Yeah.
We ended up with nothing.
Come through tonight.
Sam, how much snow you got down there?
We had a dusting.
No, did you really?
Yeah, it dusted a little bit and it melted.
Really? I was trying to be funny, and you just showed me, didn't you?
Well,
Richie, you lived
2 degrees tomorrow, so.
Oh yeah, that'll do it. What's up,
Well,
Mike?
Richie, you lived in North Carolina. Isn't it like 3 inches or more that they closed the state down?
Depends how it hits you, but usually it doesn't take that much, to be honest with you.
Because a lot of people don't have 4-wheel drive down there. That's why.
No, they don't. Well, they don't have heat in the school. They don't have salt on the roads.
Mm.
You know what is this?
Problems getting the salt on the road.
Oh, they use that other funny shit.
Up in the country, though, they have 4-wheel drive up in the country part. But yeah, usually when we get like 3 or 4 inches, everybody starts panicking. It's time to go get the milk and bread.
Yeah,
that's what I hear.
Don't forget the toilet paper.
Don't.
Yeah.
Whereabouts in North Carolina are you, Sam?
We'll wait for the sun to melt it.
Yeah.
I'm right
That's true.
at the Virginia line.
Okay.
That's what happened.
I
spent a couple years at Fort Bragg. Well, it's Fort Liberty now, but at Fort Bragg. So that 95 corridor, yeah, anything within an inch or two, ice. Oh, they shut everything right down. It's kind of funny.
They sure do.
Well, we had all right. So we had down there. Me and my son Maddox lived there. And hang on, I'm inviting someone else in. I apologize. So we were down there, and whenever it snowed out, there'd be ice or whatever, right? Because they take that shrimp brine or whatever it is and spray it on the roads prior. But I never understood that, because 9 times out of 10, when you live down south, it's rain first and then snow. Yeah. So it's like mind blowing that you put down the shrimp brine and then it gets blown off into the gutters. And I'm over here going, what are you doing? It's gonna rain first. You're in North Carolina. It doesn't just come down in buckets of snow because it's a massive cold front. Like, what the hell are you doing? So me and my son, Maddox, we go out there with our little race cars and remote control cars where we lived and zing around the road because nobody was around. So we're like, wee! And I could see the people just look out their windows like, look at these stupid Yankees. Like, and one day,
I believe it.
One time Jess was down visiting, and I'm sorry if I'm not getting everybody's messages on the side. I'm just enjoying my conversation too, and I love you guys. But we have 2 inches of snow in a blizzard. They will not plow. We just put stuff. Well, there you go. Put stuff in 4-wheel drive and treat it like old school, right? So Jess comes down and she's like, I gotta leave, because she was in Mass and I was down there with my son. And she goes, I got to leave. I got to make it back by the time for work tomorrow. And I said, you can't leave. She's like, well, what do you mean? I go, it's snowing out. You got to wait for it to melt. She goes, I said, yeah, you got to wait for it to melt.
Oh, my God.
This much.
Yeah, it was like that much, and all the roads were shut down.
But it was ice. It was the ice.
Well, it was ice, but the reason why it's ice, a lot of those roads are like have a cement mixture too. They're not exactly just full pavement. Like you go down to Florida and they just have cement with this, so you go over here, it's all just cement roads. And even when it rains hard down there, it can get crazy because of the cement. So, and then one time, my neighbor, God rest his soul, Mr. Pat, he would cray, right? He cray, good old boy, like mountain good old boy, like, I know, Larry, I want to come on over here and hang out by the fire. And I'd be like, what the fuck you say?
Tim's going, I listened to that.
No, we were good. He
understood every word he said.
Yeah, he called me on the phone. I go, Mr. Pat, don't call me on the phone, bro. I don't understand the word you're saying when you're in front of me. I can't get you on the phone. And I would hang up. He'd go, why you hang up on me? I said, did you not hear what I said? Well, the problem is he can't understand me either. So it was when you park the car in the Harvard yard, and the guy's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Exactly. There it is. So he couldn't understand me either, but we go to the store one time. My van wouldn't run, and something happened when I said, hey, I got to go with milk. And there's one store open because of that, 4 inches of slush, and everything's shut down. So I get in this truck with him, and I'm sitting there like this with him, and we go to pull out of the driveway, and we're just spinning. And he's like, and the thing's like moving like an inch at a time, wiggling. So I go, yo, bro. He's like, looks over me. I go, if you lay your foot off the gas, the car will just roll through this stuff. Let me tell you something about good boys. They don't fucking care, okay? They're not going to listen to you. All the way to the store. I'm going to die to get a half a gallon of milk for my son.
I got friends
in North Carolina right there, baby, in a nutshell.
I have friends that tell me their stories, and I'm like, oh boy. He goes, yeah, well, Joe, it's a different breed down there. Once they see snow, it's panic time.
Yeah.
I had 2 guys show up for me plowing one time to shovel. I had this big property off exit 2 and 93 in Salem, New Hampshire. Loading docks, handicap ramps, everything. 2 guys show up. The two good old boy brothers from Arkansas, never seen snow a day in their life, and they expect to come out here and play during a 14-inch storm.
Yeah, right.
I just told them to go home.
14 inches. Think of what you just said.
You're not wrong here. It was.
People don't understand. If you haven't stood in 14 inches of snow and shoveled it, especially if it's heavy, you don't know what 14 inches of snow is like. You have no concept. It's not happening because it's a whole different world, man. Because I've lived in both, so I've been fortunate enough. But yeah, and down south, I'm out here like you're taking the house salt and throwing it around and killing all the ice. And then I'm banging it away, and my house is like perfectly looks like a mansion that you can just walk up into because it's all. And everybody else is like, hey, or they just don't come out, And I'm like, this place looks like a winter tundra, and I'm over here like in the yard playing football and remote control. This guy's freaking nuts.
Yeah, I get the barbecue going all winter, so it is what it is. If it's,
I do too. Yeah, you gotta love the smoking going on.
Sure. Have a couple beers, you warm up. Yeah, it's all good.
I don't see snow except on TV. No good reason for snow. Yeah, right, Ronnie? True story. Hey, rocking all season tires go anywhere. Exactly. It's even easier. Well, it's easier back in the day too when you don't have family. You just hammer down like Mr. Pat did, right? It's ski season. Keep the snow coming. Yeah. Quiet.
Oh boy.
You stop. Sparky says, I don't care about snow at all, but ice, screw that. We normally have 4 to 5 foot of snow standing through winter. Yeah, he's in Idaho, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have that all day long, but the ice storm crap east in Texas.
Well, that's it. We're close enough to the coast where we get that play and that back and forth. So you could get the 14 inches of wet and heavy, or you could get the ice storm.
Yeah.
What's worse? It depends. It depends what mood I'm in, I guess.
I agree. Right. I agree. Let's just. Ronnie says, I like this stuff. I'll be thinking of you all tomorrow when it's 70 and sunny. F you.
Yeah, exactly.
But wait, can you define what you mean by thinking of us, Ronald?
Kelly said
it's 70-degree weather.
I just want to know where I stand with my friends. You know what I mean? Is it getting weird, or are we just still friends? You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that.
Oh my God.
Yeah, nothing wrong. Oh, I know. He's near Mount Rainier. Lays and Blaze is out near Mount Rainier.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Mount Rainier.
Beautiful
I went over
country.
Mount Rainier years ago. I worked for a company, and I was a big manager in the company, and they flew me from Boston to Seattle in one straight fly, just nonstop. And I sat next to Bill Belichick. It was like his second year. His first year he came in, and then the second year. So I didn't want to bore him with football talk. So I said, hey, I didn't want to bore you with football talk, but I was asking about this particular lineman, if if they had their eye on him or whatever, That dude didn't shut up. It was a 6.5-hour flight. I just wanted him to shut up. You know what I mean? It's just like, shut up. Like he's just like a monotone, life battery. He's just like, and I'm like, I lost track of what he was saying. And I remember his son Steven was there and his daughter. And you get off the plane and Belichick walks up this ramp. And I didn't realize it was like We Are the World is there. He adopts kids from all over the world.
No
like
shit.
It was amazing. I had no idea. And I never would have, put him for that, right? He seems like more of a kind of a loner, right? But they're all like, Dad. And I'm like, Dad. You know what I mean? Like trying to put it all together. It was awesome. I was like, wow, that guy's solid, So anyways, I get out to this business meeting.
Doesn't he have a 23-year-old girlfriend? He's 74 or something?
Yeah, he does now. Yeah, no, he doesn't have a 23-year-old girlfriend. His wallet has a 23-year-old girlfriend.
Yeah.
Sorry, ladies. That's what I'm
Viagra has it.
25, I think, but either case.
I might be his 23-year-old girlfriend too with that wallet. Come here, buddy. Mwah. Listen, tonight it's a variety show, so shut it. So I get out there, right? Get this. Well, I have a thing wherever I go on a vacation or anything, I got to look for like lasagna. So my thing is to find all the different locations with lasagna, right? And one meatball. I always order one meatball, right? Unless it's really good, I take it. Well, that predetermines if I'm taking home a bucket of the meatballs. Anyway. So I get out there and I have like $300 to spend on this business trip, right? My first wife's like, budget, whatever. So I get out there and I go, hey, everybody know where I can get some lasagna. So someone says, yo, you got to go over to Luciano's, right? The fuck? Someone say Luciano's? Like, right? You're not going to go there for lasagna? You know what I mean? Like, bingo. It wasn't like Billy Bob's, right? I'm like, Luciano's, I'm out. So I get there, sit at the bar, I look over, and there's a casino in there. So half of the restaurant, half of it's casino. So I'm like, oh my God, I'm probably going to die tonight because I don't drink anymore. And gambling and lasagna are my two biggest habits at the moment, right? So I go in and I play 3 cards draw. I maybe threw $100 down, like, oh boy, I'm dead. She's going to kill me. Threw down $100, right? Needless to say, I was the talk of the seminar all week because I kept coming back in. Everybody asked me what I won. I got it up to like 8,000, right? So on Thursday of that week, I go and rent myself this Mustang convertible, right? Now, this is super top secret. The first wife doesn't know any of this stuff, right? So I'm like, yeah, it's a lot of work. So I early out of my seminar on Thursday, and I go, I'm climbing Mount Rainier with this Mustang as fast as I friggin' can, right? Because I'm nuts behind the wheel, right? So I get up like Mount Rainier. I'm in this Mustang convertible. I get the top down, and boom, right? And I get up. That thing is all your seasons in one mountain, right? You go spring, summer, fall, winter, blah, 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 and all the way back down, same thing. So I get up at the top down, like this idiot from the East Coast. I'm like, wow, this is nice. Oh, it feels like fall now. That's kind of nice. Yeah, a little spring-like, And then I'm getting hit in the face with snowflakes, and I look up, and I'm like, I'm in a Mustang, and there's snow. I'm going to die.
Oh, my God.
So I had to kick it down and creep up over the peak, and then, it kind of goes on the side, and then work my way back down. So I get down, and I'm like, let's see what this thing's got, because I'm coming down some lines, right? Some hairpin type stuff. So I smash this thing, right? I got this thing pinned as fast as it can go. I can hear it crying, but I'm on a straightaway, right? Honest to God, there's tumbleweeds coming across the straightaway. Now I'm in like a desert. Weirdest thing. Well, here's the best part. I look up and I see the sheriff coming this way. And he cuts. I see him in my rear view cutting around, but I'm doing about 120-ish. You know what I mean? At least, because the thing's flashing really, so I don't know how fast, but I'm just going, right? So I said, oh, man, now I'm in trouble. And then I went, wait, I could beat the radio out here unless there's another one right up ahead, but the next exit's like 100 miles away. You know what I mean? Like it was a long distance. And I'm like, they have no way of getting on the highway either. So I just kept hammering down until I saw the next exit and ditched it. It was awesome. What an adventure. I ended up out in Spokane.
Spokane, yeah.
Yeah, they're nowhere near each other. It was a long ride. That's all I can say. It was a long ride.
All I can say is for all you folks, though, is a witness right here of his driving. Just imagine you're in a minivan, and I'm sitting there holding on to each window. I got my feet up in the air going, oh, my God, this guy drives like a maniac. So thank God I did not drive in his Mustang. God only knows like how many feet we're going to be up in the air wherever we go.
Oh my God! Well, I have this thing where I have a little history of driving that I won't share with on the air, but I got a lot of trouble for driving. Let's just put it that way. But my minivan, I started like making it like affordable to go to North Carolina with, so I put in the cold air, the cone air. Put the cone into it, so the air sucks in. And then I'm looking at other ways of saving, and then my transmission blew and I had to buy one. And I got one with clutch packs and it's all remanufactured. And then, and then as I kept going, I had like high performance this and high performance that, everything. I'm slowly switching. Well, I get up to like 31, 32 miles a gallon. I leave my house and I get to the tip of Virginia where the very first Love's gas station is, the big sign on the side of the highway, without getting any gas. I went all the way through and I had like an eighth of a tank and I could just top off with like $1.70 a gallon. I was like, this is awesome. But what happened is I get a very big lead foot. So, Lays and Blaze, I've blown a few, but we're not going to discuss that here on the air, sir. Please.
Oh, jeez.
Listen, I encourage this love here. It's all my fault. I'm sorry.
I was in the service too. We used to go to Myrtle Beach, and I heard some stories from some buddies that I had to just say, stop. I don't want to do anymore. And that's one of those stories.
Yeah, I definitely hit a buck. I did hit a 10-point buck one time. But I was doing 40 and a 35, thank God. I was only driving slow because I was texting.
Yeah.
You got to slow down to focus on the phone a little bit, thank God. Woo!
Yeah.
But yeah, so we get down, we go to, I get my nephew. This is in my van now. My van now has over like 300 horsepower in it, right? and it's a minivan, front wheel drive. And I actually took out the resonator, the baffler in the back, and I put a Flowmaster exhaust in it. So that way it would breathe, you know what I mean? So when I started up, like the neighbor came over when I first moved here, you go, hey, you got an exhaust leak, man. It wakes me up every morning. I go, no, that's a Flowmaster, bro. And he's like, you got a Flowmaster in a minivan? He literally got down on his belly and looked at me and goes, holy shit, that's a fucking Flowmaster. I said, yeah, that's a Flowmaster. You want to go for a ride? He's like, no, good. So we get down. I go grab my nephew. I go see my boy down in South Carolina, who my fifth son is named after. He's me and him are really close. And I get down there and we surprise him where he works. And then we leave there to go back to my nephew's up in North Carolina, Charlotte area. And so we're leaving. We're in the Greenville. I think it's Greenville. Yeah, Greenville, South Carolina.
Greenville. Yeah.
Now you take a wrong turn there. You might have a little opposition, so to speak, because you're in a minivan, and you're from the north, and the other things.
Different down there.
So I go down. And I look. And I say, hey, bro, you got the map? Where are we supposed to go? He goes, oh, dude, I think we went by it. Well, down the middle of the road, you can see it to the horizon line. There's this small curve that separates 2 lanes and 2 lanes, but it's this little thing in the middle. And I saw what was coming. Block after block after block. I'm like, dude, we're not making it through there. And he's like, no, I don't think we are. So I said, all right, we're curbing it, bro. This is how we do it back home. So I just hit that curb, went up over that curb, and I gas it, right? And my van goes, and my nephew goes, did we just turn second gear in a minivan? I said, hell yeah, bro. Because it's that inline shifter, too. You can slap it, you know what I mean? And you go. And, of course, I had the high-performance transmission because I blew one once.
But the van handles very well on 2 wheels. I'm a witness, believe me.
Well, this van doesn't have what the other van had. So the funny part about that is I should be very careful. I broke 5 sets of motor mounts. I had to keep changing out my motor mounts because the horsepower in the van, Wow. And what I did was, if you ever have this issue and you have a motor mount problem that needs fixing and you can't afford that motor mount, but you can replace it on your own, you get ethyl polyurethane flashing caulking for roofs. And they usually come in a mold. Most of them are round, they come in a mold. Some of them are square, you can't do that with, but these ones you can. You fill it up with the ethyl polyurethane caulking, flash caulking for roofing. And then you clamp it with 2 pieces of metal and you leave it for 2 or 3 days. And you come back and you now have a high-performance racing motor mount. You're welcome. So that's what my minivan has, high-performance racing mounts. So I don't blow any motor mounts. I'm a little different, I think. What do you think, Michael?
So you don't blow cock. The caulking is the motor mount, and you don't blow.
Yeah, that's the key. Don't blow the. You won't blow the caulk if you do the motor mount, right? But the tranny is always an
pretty
option.
smooth, Mike.
Oh my god.
The tranny is always the option, bro. Trust me. You can blow a tranny any given moment. Seriously, it happens. You know what I mean? I would not judge anybody. Sam's like, where's my headphones?
I love it.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to tell my husband about that, though, because he fixes all of our cars. And he's actually building
Easy, Michael.
His own car. He's got a project car. He's building it doesn't have a motor in it or anything. He's going to do it all. And, I'm going to tell him what you said. That's cool.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll give him any, I'm sure he knows what he's doing. Do you know what kind of car it is? Or you just call it a project car?
It's a 92 Camaro.
Oh, 92 Camaro. Oh, I got the 86 Mustang. It's funny the things that I used to like as a teenager are now all antiques. That hurts a little. When you drive, Ron says, when you are driving over 100 with Rich and he's on a manic peak, talking, not paying attention to the road, it's quite the experience. Me and Roddy have known each other since we were teenagers, so yeah, I guess he can attest to that. Everybody else is looking at the road more than I am. But in my defense, I'm a very good driver, and the faster I've driven most of my life made me a good driver. And I've even had friends that were drunk. Do you remember the old emergency brakes in the middle of the seat? right? You just pull them up and it would swing your car like to the right, I believe it was, the back right wheel. I had this one friend, God rest his soul, right? Gus McCleary. He would reach down after we were drinking. And I was a used car salesman, so I'd always have a different car. And he'd get me almost every time. Here we are, drunk as 1 a.m, driving home from the bar, and he's yanking on the emergency brake, and I'm on 123 in Rockland, Hanover area doing circles on the road, and I'm like, dude, I'm a used car salesman, and the dealership's car with dealer plates, drunk out of my friggin' mind. I mean, probably not just drunk if you know what I mean. I was a little different like that. That's why I got clean though, because I was a little messy. You know what I mean? Let's see. Lays and Sparky definitely need to stay in touch. I want to find more places to check out on the weekends. Oh, what does that mean?
Ooh.
Whoa.
What?
Lost that.
Oh, Henry.
Broke a tie rod, hit a house. 69. Mark 1.
Yeah.
I think Lays has some stories to share with us. We had open forum last week where you could just come in and talk and tell a story. And this gentleman came in that we did not recognize the name. And I went, well, this could be dangerous. I don't know. You know what I mean? Who knows what's going to happen on the other side of that dark screen? I have no idea. Maybe he blew a tranny. You know what I mean? So, or in the process of. Yo, bro, what's that metal clanking? That don't sound good.
Oh boy!
I like something's about to blow. Just be aware the last several encounters I had with them never saw the Bigfoot. I had wolves in view watching me. No thanks. Like a watchdog. Yeah, there's always a peeker on that one, man. I have bear spray for my son, and I have an S2E31 revolver for cougars and wolves and bears. Oh, geez, sorry. Excuse us, Bobby fucking Lee. Super Bobby Lee. There's no defense on some of these escapades for Rich. Oh, there is no defense for some of these escapades for Rich. Let's be fair here. All right, well, all right. I did a lot of it on my own. It was my fault. Yeah,
but in his defense.
Yeah, I was just an idiot. You know what I mean? Like back in I bought a car one time, right? I bought a car. It was my first brand new purchase. I was very proud. It was like one of my first times trying to get sober. I was just out of the military. I had like 90 days sobriety or something. So I get this first time buyer plan, and I buy one of those little stupid Geo trackers. You ever see those things?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Okay, let me tell you something about a Geo tracker. They come with a German like Volkswagen transmission. This is one tranny that will not allow you to blow them. Okay, you understand? You can do whatever you want to that tranny. The answer is no. Okay, every time. I took this thing out to the forest in Plymouth.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, yeah, where all the big trucks were. And I run that thing like a dog. We take the top off, and I had my buddies, and we were all smoking and drinking or whatever we were doing. And I see this big puddle, brand new interior. I start ripping donuts in this thing. Whee! There's a wall of mud coming over it, hitting all of us, rocks, everything, right? So it went on for like 5 minutes. I just kept going, dying laughing. The Dr. McGillicuddy's had kicked in. It was over. Too late. You weren't leaving until I said so. So I stop because I'm dying laughing, and I look up, and there's a group. I didn't even hear them pull up. There's a group of 10 dudes on dirt bikes, and they're just sitting there on their seats, and half of them are shaking their heads. The other ones are just dying laughing. I just absolutely mudded out this car, you know. And this other time, Wojo, you know this place, Hanover, the Elks Club.
Oh yeah, right behind there.
It's like a stone. It has a pond out back.
Yeah.
And all the quads used to go out there. I don't know what it's like now, but so I was like, I'm going to bring my Geo tracker out there, figuring that this I didn't think it was a pond. I thought it was like just got wet and fill up when it rained type of place.
Deeper than you think.
Oh yeah, dude. So I get out there and I got my buddy, and there's like a jump that the motorcycles do over this thing.
Yeah.
So I said, well, I'm going to jump that fucker with my Geo tracker, right? So I come around, I hit the ramp at like 40. I'm smashing gears. I hit the top of this dirt ramp, and I'm already 10 feet in the air because that ramp's up there. And all of a sudden I launch, and I'm like 20 feet in the air, and I'm like looking around. I'm like, oh, what a beautiful sight, you know? And I look down, and there's cat nine tails everywhere, and I went, oh, that ain't a fucking puddle. I I land square. I land square in the middle of this pond, and my front end comes up like a boat, and I start floating across like this. Why is everybody looking the other way? Is somebody all coming in your house at the same time?
No, just hear my dog.
She goes like this. He goes like that. He goes like this. I'm like, are you guys all
Sam,
sitting?
come on in, Sam.
Are you playing a trick on me?
I was thinking I was on the Brady Bunch. And I was looking to my right to make sure I was watching you, to make it look like I was following along to what you're saying.
That's friggin' funny, man. I'm looking around, going, "What the? Oh, Brandy's here. Brandy, I don't know if I said hello to you, but hello, Laser Blaze TMI. If they hunt you too, okay. You guys are talking with a conversation. That's why I'm trying. Drink Swiss Miss.
Drinking Swiss Miss hot cocoa.
Oh, Lays. Oh, Lays. What did the Mills call it? The Walla Walla weed?
Yeah, the Walla
Walla weed. I thought that was freaking great.
That was classic.
Oh, it was so awesome. I forgot to check my one yet. Stop it. Well, that's nice. Thank you, Jessica Fry. Thank you, Jessica. Jessica. I wasn't even Manchester, I swear. Oh, Carlosi's answering. I wasn't in Manchester, I swear. I try to get over to see if anybody's commenting because I always forget that we're on my, you know what I'm talking about? Because we're on my Facebook over there, and then there we are. See, you know what I'm talking. And it's a little delayed, but so then I forget the comments because they won't allow the comments to come up in StreamYard. Because by the way, everybody, this is our first night on Twitch.
Wow!
Yeah, we're on Twitch. This is
all right.
First night that we're on Twitch, everybody. There's a child right there. She don't have her headphones in.
Twitch.
No lots of transmission.
It's a big night for you in so many levels. It was cool.
Oh, dude, so cool, man. So edit privacy. Oh, maybe it's that might have saved me some of that trouble. Okay, good. So they're talking guns and Glocks over there. I'm going to throw a lipper in. We have not seen Eric Vogel. I was waiting on Matt Shearer. He might make a stop in. Someone just came in. Who just came in? That would be weird if it's him. No, this is Animal from the Animal Paranormal Podcast.
What up, Animal?
Oh, my God.
Hey, Josh.
You and Sam got the same lights. She changed them.
Hey.
Sam, look to your right. Look to your right. Look to your left, Animal. No, Sam, look back to your now wave to each other. No, your other left, Animal. Your other left.
No left, you ball.
No, your head, you dope. No, your head. That's right. Left.
Welcome to the show.
What up, Animal? Nice to meet you.
This is Animal from Animal Paranormal Podcast. He's into the paranormal, cryptids, all kinds of things, man. All kinds of things. All right, Sam, look to your left. Look to your left. No, your other left. All right. No, the other way. Tim knows what's going on. He's cheating.
What?
Now, wait.
Okay.
You got to wait back, Tim. I can play this game all night. I do not take my meds, so.
Wah, wah.
I like that. I go, hey, Animal, turn your head left. He's like, whoop.
Dude, I love the logo, dude. I love it.
You think that's badass? Baby?
Badass.
Yeah. We made him meaner, kind of more, those eyes are what we saw in the woods.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And a little bit less apish and a little bit more human and a little more gray like me. You know what I mean? A little grumpy like Wojo.
That's what I saw on my parents' property. Exactly.
What, that? The eyes?
Yep.
Oh, so we saw the eyes. I told you about that because we even called other people because we were just so blown away by it. The eyes are a thing. I didn't.
Dude,
so that's what we were talking about. Tim, have you ever had an experience like that with the eyes?
I had one thing we've never seen is eye shine. I've never seen it. Josh, didn't you just experience this with the eye shine?
I got a video of it. I think I don't know.
I've never seen it.
It's somewhere.
Never seen it. I've seen it on other critters, but I've never seen it specifically with Bigfoot. Some people say it's self-illuminating. There is no power source. It's just there. And that's when you hear stories like that, that's pretty wild.
So Tim, if you don't mind me asking you a question about that, for instance, my dog has green light shine. What animals have orange or red? Do you know? What are common critters in the woods that?
Great question.
Yeah, not so much the red, but the orange and golds, things like that, cats, things like that. There's different cones and whatnot in your eyes that make it refract a different color. Yeah. It could be different. I'm not really schooled on which critter's going to do what.
Yep.
What would be the tell on a Bigfoot would be the space and probably the diameter.
Right.
You know, it could be, we keep calling them a juvenile, but where's a juvenile start and stop? We're humanizing that term. So it could be a smaller version, a smaller Bigfoot, smaller heads, closer eyes, things like that. They have to grow to be big and all that stuff. So, I haven't seen it yet. I look forward to that moment. I just haven't seen it. So to witness it has got to be pretty cool.
It's pretty amazing, and you really, 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 really question it hard. Being of this earth, flesh and blood guy, it was really like, I don't know, guys. I'm not buying that, and and I'm looking right at it, and I would try different things, and then I'm like, did that thing blink? And then I walk away and I close my eyes like this and readjust to the light, and then I come back and I do it again, and it was still there, or it was moved over, or it was down lower. And then you really start going, wait, that fucking moved. I know it moved. I know that moved. And the rational part of your brain is like fighting with the, Bigfoot part of your brain going, no, come back up here, dude. It really difficult. I got to tell you, really, really, really difficult. And what we saw was, I saw red up here. Those two are reddish. It's like a reddish orange, almost some like a brown tinge. But this guy seemed to be more red. He seemed to be the boss. Yeah. And then you come down here, and there was, over here I saw like a yellowish green hue. It'll be like a yellow with a green hue in it. It was really weird. And there's no light source. We're not going like this with a flashlight. We're standing there in the dark holding up my phone. And they're on my lives. If you haven't seen the eyes on my live YouTube, you must go check them out and then draw your own conclusion in a sense, because you're going to see what I saw.
Yeah, because if you've got a headlamp and you're projecting light, you can get a reflection from anything. There's fungi that'll glow in a bioluminescence. You could, I'm just throwing that out there.
You're 100% right.
When you're lightless and it's dark and you're getting illuminated eye shine or lights back in some fashion, that's, and it's not the, the fairies or the lightning bugs or something like that. It's something looking back at you.
Yeah,
plenty of stories.
You're right, Tim, 100%. And I've done it with tree lichen. I've had my big lamp out like this and go like that, and it actually will cause a reflection off the lichen if it's a big enough patch. And I've done it just like this, and I've had to do a double take. And I go, oh, that's just tree lichen. But seriously, that's a good point that you make. I have just did that. I think it was on last night. I did it a couple times. I'm getting used to the lichen flashing back at me. So you don't know what's out there that you can think that you can actually put an eye shine on. And I'm just saying that's in the past, and I'm not going to say you're going to hold it there and it's going to reflect light back at you. But on the way by, you'll be like this. And then if you don't find that very spot where it glistens again, you might think you saw something. So there's many ways, and you've got to cancel out everything, right? And try to get down to the science of what you're looking at. And when I say the science of what you're looking at, science is this whole thing and blah, blah, blah. But I mean, you still have to try to be scientific in your mind as much as you can with your means and your ability while you're in that position. Yeah. You can't go out there yelling Bigfoot at everything. You just can't. No. And all you're going to do is hurt the whole subject. So let me see. Animal, you got that video up?
Yep, it's already loaded and lock and loaded. Before you put it on, let me explain.
Is this the one when you blew the tranny?
No.
Wrong video.
Oh, I thought your car broke down. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
That's for other times, but
headphones, Sam. Headphones.
You'll hear a tree knock, and that's me at first. I'll do a tree knock, and then like a minute later, you'll hear another tree knock, and that's whatever that's doing is supposedly Bigfoot, and you'll see some eye shine. So
I heard a double tree knock in this one. That's just me though.
These are what the eyes look like.
Oh my god.
You bastard.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch.
Mr. Oh, Mr. Grinch, right.
Gee, you sound good like that. It sounds really nice.
He's got it.
I
dialed in.
thank you, animal.
Being Jack. All right, we're going to bring up the video. Bojo, is that a Shrek hat? Oh, here we go.
Oh, no.
Carlos is brutal.
Keep it up. Keep it up, Losey.
It's those freaking Italians. You know how those Italians can get?
Yeah.
All right, you ready? Here we go. Let's play it. That's him.
What the hell is that?
Oh, you hear it? Right there. That was it, right?
Yeah. Right before I said, what was that? And then.
Yeah, hang on. I missed it.
I don't know what that is over there.
Yeah, I missed it. Hang on. Right there. That tap, tap.
Yeah, it was loud, but I don't know why my audio didn't get. But it was like a
Like it.
baseball bat hit against a tree.
Dude, it always does.
And the weird part is, this was like a minute, about a little less than a minute after my tree knock.
Yeah, it's funny because when we had that tree push in New Hampshire. Where was that? I want to hear that one more time though. That? Right there. Hear it?
Comic Fair Farm, yeah.
There's like a few eye shines.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. They look like they're flickering. The one looks high, one looks low.
Yeah.
They don't look
The
big
weird
enough.
part is there's no lights out there. Nothing.
So, like the reflective qualities, I could see it kind of flicker like that, like a reflective vest or a plow stake or a sign might do that. That makes sense. But the high and the low.
The high and the low is different. Yeah, that's what kind of I was
So
looking
let
at.
me ask you this, because you're definitely the wildlife guy. What creatures are going to play high and low together when they're hunting or when they're kind of even foraging? Turkeys, that's not a turkey. Those aren't. I don't know.
I would go more with a raccoon, something like that, where you'd have multiple critters.
Possum.
Yeah.
Only because it's low, and the low one, it seemed at one point you could almost make out two eyes or two dots at one point. So it's probably a small critter. Looks like at the base of a tree. Now it could be something else laying down, but it looked like a narrow eye set. You know what I mean? Space between the eyes. You roll it back, and I don't know how you could do the math and figure it out, but it looked narrow. It was a goldish or white, bright eye shine. The other one could have been up in a tree, just kind of checking you out,
Yeah.
And being multiple could have been maybe I would go with something like coons, because coons would kind of tend to stick together. Or a family of
It could have been
possums.
anything. It could have.
Animal, one question.
Down in the area.
Animal, I got a question. So where that tree line is, where you've been looking at, is there any like drop off, or it continues into the
It just
woods?
continues into the woods. It just my parents' property is nothing but woods. It's just nothing but woods. That's all it is. And then it goes to dirt road, and then it veers off to other part of the woods. So it's just it's nothing but woods there. So it's nothing but wildlife there.
Yeah. No, I remember watching a video somewhere. I think it was on TV. Anyways, it was a Bigfoot coming up over a hill. I think it was a candy bar or something involved.
Yeah.
But he came up over a hill, a little knoll. It was down south, and you could see where it was coming up over the hill. So, could be a Bigfoot laying on the ground potentially, maybe.
I mean, for me, I'm just always curious to what I know, what we know, and then cross off that list. That's kind of my brain process.
Yeah.
You know, I always say skepticism is good, cynicism isn't. Like, there's no place for cynicism in this stuff. You don't need negativity and people making intuitive, negative comments on stuff. But
stupid, drives me nuts.
Yeah. And we kind of talked about this a little bit before, Rich.
Drives me nuts.
Cynicism, there's no place in it. Like, let's talk about what, and for me, that's where I'm coming from, is what do we know could do that? And if it's something that we can cross off the list, then let's cross it off the list and go with that. So
yeah, and for me, I don't know. To be honest, to me, they look a little small, a little narrow, like Tim said. My concern is the knocks, but also my concern is that typically when Sasquatch is in the area, there's not many other things showing their face.
Okay.
There's complete silence. I'm talking crickets, peepers, whatever you want to call them, bugs, birds. I've been out there. We've all been out there. Sam, everybody on the side, Henry, part of my big boots on the ground, Bigfoot investigation team. It is dead, scary, motherfucking silent.
Yep.
And I've been in places where I knew I was close to them because every goosebump I had on my body showed itself. Like, I knew something was there. I was a paranormal investigator for a lot of years. And when something's up on you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I could feel it a few times out there. And Sam was there. Sam was hurt. It was that time, Sam, where we were trying to determine whether that was a dog or not behind me. Do you remember?
Yeah, I remember it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I heard it.
Do you remember what it sounded like?
It didn't sound like a dog. Like, I know we were trying to decipher it, but it was,
It was like a whoop, 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 whoop.
Yeah.
And someone goes, "Oh, dog," and I'm like, "That's no dog, man." But that day, I had goosebumps on my goosebumps, and Henry was on the phone going, "Dude, you got kids. You might not want to go that way." And I'm like, "Yeah, you're right," and I went that way.
That's awesome. Well, hey guys, I gotta get going. My guess is in the other room. So,
all right, Animal, tell everybody where they can find you, sir.
They can find me on Animal, the podcast show, on anywhere you can watch on Dark Realm TV, and I'm now on Twitter and X, so you can watch it on Twitter now.
Yep.
Yeah.
YouTube, Twitter,
Facebook page, Instagram, so you could check me out all on those places.
Twitch.
Cool.
You're on Twitch too, right?
Twitch too. So yeah, Animal Podcast Show. Just type that in and add me and check it out. We're going to be on at 8 p.m. Eastern time, which is in 7 minutes probably. So yeah.
All right, man. Thank you for stopping by. You have yourself a good show. Big things are coming, my brother. We will talk soon. Enjoy your evening.
And there's a little announcement. So once I start my show. So yeah, check it out.
All right, man. Thank you, brother. Peace out.
Nice to meet you, bro.
Yeah. Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
All right, awesome. Good for him. He's got a great show. He's got a lot of good guests coming, big guests too. He's got coming, really good stuff. Tim Gadd says, small animal like a coon. The eyes were only about 2 inches apart. A canine is approximately 3 inches. Deer are about 4 to 4 inches. So yeah, I agree with that. But I did hear 2 knocks. And it broke on the tree. It sounds like even it was almost like a breaking sound. I definitely heard that in there, so I'll definitely give him that. And he's got some action. And while we're on the subject, Miss Sam from Sam's Pretty Paranormal, make sure you like and subscribe. She's an amazing creator. She's also becoming a Bigfoot researcher, isn't she, Sam?
Yeah, I am. So being on the lives on the side and watching what Richie and Wojo do, I've been paying attention to structures and how he just how Richie describes of when you see something. I don't have an object, but I take my finger and I kind of follow. But yeah, I've found a few things in my backyard that I've sent Richie. And because I knew it looked weird, but I wasn't sure about it. So I was like, I'm going to send it to him, see what he thinks. And he said that they're interesting. So yeah, I've been watching my own backyard. And I showed him the other night, there was this leaf. It's a beautiful leaf. And I don't see these leaves around my property. It's really big.
It's pretty
And-
distinct. Where is it?
Oh, let me see. I'll try to
hey!
grab it.
Mommy, grab the leaf.
Mommy.
So yeah, so Sam's been watching our live. She's been sending me some structures, and a couple of look at this leaf. Like you're gonna know if that tree's on your property because those leaves are gonna be everywhere, and look, they're pretty distinct. That's why I wanted her to get it.
Is that sycamore leaf?
What kind of leaf is that,
Is that
Tim? You know?
sycamore tree? What is it? It looks like a.
You don't know.
I'll tell you what does the tree look like? Is it multicolored, like brown, gray, white, spotty?
You don't know. She's never seen a leaf on her property.
This is not like all of the trees I have on my property don't have any leaves at all.
Ooh.
And I have
found it.
Because a sycamore is a pretty big leaf.
Right. But tell her where you found it.
And it looks kind of like a maple leaf, but it's not as long in the middle, right?
Dude, it's roundish, like big, like wide, like this.
Right. And the trees I have is mainly like those gumball trees. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. But they're it's like
Put quarters in it.
Right. Yeah. Sycamore has a seed like that. Is it spiky?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
all
I've never seen anything like that huge.
In your area?
Where did you find it?
The path that I always walk to go straight out back to where I was showed Richie the structures. I always go that way. I go that way just to go out in the backyard. It was sitting right in the middle of the path, just sitting there. And I was like, that is so weird. I mean, it was odd enough that I picked it up and I was like, that's weird because I've never.
Right, but
just Google sycamore and see if that's kind of. I'm looking at it, but I can't see the whole detail. It's a big leaf, and the sycamore seed actually comes down and it's kind of a spiky ball.
Yeah, I mean, it could be possibly.
But my question is, why wouldn't the yard be littered with them? With these leaves?
It would be. It would be. This is kind of weird. Just have one or two.
Yeah,
Look at the veins of it and everything.
Hey, is this near a gifting object at all? Do you do any of that stuff? Is this where you're going with this?
No, but
no, I haven't started any of that. Richie suggested I get a recorder, and because I found a really cool looking. I mean, I guess it's the structure. I don't know, but it's weird. He told me to sit a recorder in that tree, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start there, but it's interesting.
Now, if you set up that recorder. Yeah, if you set up that recorder and then started gifting like we did near the recorder, that's when you get those results. So I still have a recorder. So listen, guys, I have 75 hours of recording. The last time we put the recorder out, we hooked it up to a battery pack and magnetized the recorder up underneath the gifting chair. And it captured 74 hours and 57 seconds of recordings that I still have to listen to. All right, I'm on the first batch, like the 20-something hours, right? Oh no, that's actually like now 40-something.
Yeah,
we have a sound that I have in the computer. It's on this little memory card, but I'm trying to get it into my studio. That's the issue I'm having because audio is a pain in the ass. So, which I know Bobby Lee can do it for me, but we'll set something up maybe when I come back after the first of the year or whatever for the show. We'll have like another sounds of the gift and chair part 2, right? And on this recorder, I'm only going to I'll just tell you what it sounds like because it's so remarkable. I can tell you about it, and it's not going to do it justice until you hear it. So you hear these bipedal steps, and you hear it off in the distance, and you hear it stop once or twice, like it's kind of scoping the area out. And then it approaches the chair, and there's 3 steps that you hear approaching the chair. Right as it stops, the 3rd step goes through your body. It comes down and goes boom. You can hear it. The cushions on my headphones like popped like this. That's how loud it is. And I said to Wojo, there is no doubt that we're dealing with a Sasquatch out there.
Oh, is that the one in my truck, Rich?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Dude, in my truck to hear that. I go, listen to the pads of that. We had it at full blast, guys. It's insane. Because you can hear that, Rich. You remember at the very beginning, you can hear he's kind of entering the area, but it's the top mass that you can hear. Like the crunching, the snaps and whatever. Then you can hear goosh, 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 and it's like insane.
Yeah, it is. It was, when I first heard it, I had my headphones on, and I have an aux cord going into the old type recorder, so it's really analog. So it's not, you can hear that all the time, and it drives me nuts. So I put it into this thing called Wave, and I played it, and I cleaned up that constant buzzing sound, is what they call it. So I got rid of it, and you can hear this thing walking way off. It's got to be 60 feet out. It's picking it up. You can hear the leaves scuffling. Now, it's not a scurry. It's not a critter scurry. It's not a deer. This thing is trudging, and you can hear it trudging. And when it gets near the chair, you hear 3 distinct bangs off the ground. Da-doom, da-doom, da-boom.
The energy is insane.
And he comes to a stop, and you know what he's doing. And we're listening to him. I'm like, Woj, listen, he's still there. Because all of a sudden you hear a little scuffle, right? Should I tell him the other one, Woj? Because it ain't going to do it justice. I don't want to lead him. I hate leading.
No, let's just finish it.
All right. So this one here, we have 2 jars of honey that have been on the thing for a while, and they weren't opening. They were just throwing them.
Hold on.
Wait.
Okay. Keep going.
America. So
touchdown, Georgia. Sorry.
So really? So
we won.
Oh, you won it? Good. You want to do a dance for Georgia? Go ahead. All right, we done now? We done?
All right, we're done. Go ahead.
You done watching College Boys with Tight Pants? Weirdo.
All right, this is really important stuff. Listen to this. Seriously, right. This is good stuff.
So we're sitting there analyzing the sounds, and we hear this tapping. This. Can you hear that? But it had an echo, like it was something that was empty, right? And then you hear this little, like that, and then you hear this, and Wojo goes, "Is he inhaling the honey and tapping the back of the jar?"
Like he's got the jar in his mouth, tapping.
You can hear him breathing, right? Get this, ready? Right after he says that, we hear on this recording that you're all going to hear come the first of the year, it goes, fucking gulps. And I go, was that a gulp? And he's like, dude, I think that was a gulp. And we played it back like 20 times. And then Jess comes over to the truck. And we didn't say nothing to her. We go, what is that? She goes, was that a gulp? And I'm like, it's a gulp. Like,
that was verification right there with Jess. Seriously.
We physically have him. This process of research that we're doing has been so remarkably successful. And it's only going to get better and better. And it's awesome because, again, the beautiful part about this is it's no bullshit. It's uncut, unedited. And Sam and all our family on the side get to watch it and see it. Thank you, sir. And legitimately understand what we're doing. That's this. Oh, I noticed you have a Twitch channel, and I don't mind if you open for conversation. I'm also a content creator, but I have someone that helped me with the channel, both Twitch and YouTube. Oh, great. Sam, raise your hand. Sam. Yeah, that's Sam. That's the real Sam, sir. Okay? And she makes all kinds of content. But thank you. Keep an eye out on that because we're on Twitch tonight, and I got my first advertisement.
Rich, can I do an add-on of that story? And the following day, like me and Rich went out. Now, remind you, we put flour at the gifting chair, on it, around it, what have you. And what's amazing is that, when we were still listening, and we could hear it, like kind of like it's like breathing through its nose. But what the amazing part is, he must have stood there for a long time, and we could find where he must have been, where he's standing on top of that flower. Remnants is like you could see like remnants like throughout the woods, like where outskirts of that area where he's been like walking because of the heat of his feet. Just stuck to his feet. And we found like a clump of it like about 50 yards away or 40 yards away. It was unbelievable.
So you found the flower attached to his foot like it made a track throughout?
Yeah, so what we found, when we went back, I said that the flower was frozen to the ground. and I'm walking on it, nothing's happening. I go, that might be a small miscalculation on our behalf because the natural stuff will freeze, right? But you look up and there's clumps stuck to the leaves that stuck to his foot as they walked away. So there's a leaf like 20 feet away, all flower on it. And then to the left, there's another clump with all flower on it. So I said he went in that direction because we couldn't find the zinger pack because there's a damn camera out there, and now he moves away to eat it. Sorry. I hate cameras.
I hate cameras.
So
Tell us the truth. Tell us how you really feel.
Yeah, well, it's a family show, Mr. Tim. So Wojo walks in that direction, and sure enough, 40 feet away or so was the package in the little brook this time, and there was a big log that has been there that we've all seen many times. That I crossed the little brook right there. The log is like this thick, and Wojo's standing on the other end of it, and the log is broken. Like he sat down to eat the zinger, was like, whee! Because the zinger package ended up in the water. The log was broken, and the area was messed up. So we can literally, with knowing this is the advantage of pounding one area that you're familiar with, just constantly boom. Like Tim, I would suggest, like in your area being so big and so vast, set up a gifting stump in one area. Say you pick 3 acres, 4 acres, right? Put a gifting stump in the middle of it, and then just pound that area. Just go around the perimeter constantly and work your way back into the middle like a bullseye, and then just and take pictures of the scene and everything. And then you might even get some, more, not that you're not open-minded, but believability in structures, because you'll come back and go, wait, that X wasn't there. I could pull up my phone and go, yep, that X wasn't there. You know what I mean? And that's research, and we've done that many times. So yeah, it's really cool, man.
No, you guys know I'm not a big fan of the wood structures,
right?
But there's definitely something to it because too many people are interested in it and have different varying viewpoints on how, why, what, and where. And just because I can't wrap my head around it doesn't mean it's not legit for. So I'm definitely keeping an. I know what happens in my woods. I can see stuff. But I've seen other things, you in particular, and another guy, some of the other guys out west showing me stuff of these huts and things like that that could potentially be. I mean, who am I to say it's not, No,
exactly. But that's what I love about it, though. You're open-minded enough to have the discussion. And that's the key. And I fully understand why you'd be reluctant because I stood in your woods. Yep. And for a guy that has dealt with mainly structures, with the Bigfoots I've been dealing with in my property for years before I got here, the structures are really, besides of course the walking around, the breaks and all that stuff, I believed in structures because of all the walking around, because of all the breaks I heard. I literally would stand there in this mass area, the high school, where everything was shattered and broken and bent and smashed and X's and bends and arches, and I'm standing there, nothing has bark on it, and it's the only area, and it's only, the college is like 250 by 250. The high school is like 100 by 100, right? That's why I name them different by their size. And I believe that they actually teach in these areas. That's just me. So that's why I named them educational type places. There's the kindergarten. I have pictures when I first started doing this of this area where there was many little teepees like leaned up against the bottom of a trunk of a tree. So you have the trunk of the tree and then these sticks standing straight up all the way around it as if it was a teepee, like they were teaching the little ones. And I call that the kindergarten. And I have those pictures. And it's something that for a long time I didn't pull out because we can lift those. We can do that. Kids can do that. Humans can do that. But then I moved on to these bigger ones, and I'm like, ain't no human doing that. What the fuck is this? You know what I mean? And what happened was when I stood in the high school for the first time, I think one of the guys that worked for me, because I wouldn't go out there alone, and I stood there. And I went, oh, my God, my whole body froze. I realized every sound, every break, every footstep I heard out there was because of this area. That's the breaks I heard. And then I measured the distance in my head from where I was to my yard to where I was hearing it. And I'm like, oh, my God, this has got to be what's going on out here. And that's the area from the high school it's about maybe 100, not even 100 yards away is where the dream catcher was. It was as if it knew that I had a cast of doubt in my heart, that I didn't truly believe in what they were doing, even though I was putting these pieces together. that they made me this crazy ass dream catcher that I could not explain anybody doing. For one, it was a 40-foot elm bent over like an upside down U, unbroken. All right. And one guy, I think a long time ago goes, oh, those are just kids playing tricks on you. And I'm like, well, first of all, that's a lot to say. Again, suburbanite in his Nikes. I said, again, how do you know? You don't even know where it's located. And I said, and how many kids you think, teenagers that have an engineering degree and a come along, dumbass? Like, explain that to me. Because if you don't think, I'm not yelling Bigfoot and everything. I'm standing there going, how did this get like this? How did this physically get like this? What human did this? How would a human do that? Why would a human do this? All those were eliminated. I eliminated all those already, man. You can't come at me with this, that, and the other. Come along and an engineer and a kid playing a trick on your bullet. Dude, you don't even know how high off the ground it is, you asshole. You open your mind. It's 12 to 14 feet up at its peak.
Well, that's why you got to cross off everything you know, everything you can verify, everything you can be skeptical of, everything. Cross it off the list. Go ahead. Please do. I think that's only healthy. A lot of people have a hard time kind of with that because they get great ideas, and it's hard when you debunk something that people have. But at the same time, we're in search of truth. Right? At the end of the day, we're searching for truth. And that human truth, for me, is mind, body, and soul. So we're looking for physical evidence, which represents the body, right? We're looking for the intellect, the reason, the rational, the science behind it. That's the mind.
Yeah.
And it's the whole soul, the whole spiritual part of this that is the missing piece. And a lot of times the people that are only looking for the real wildlife creature I'm part of that group. And then you team it up with science. And a lot of people think that's enough. Okay, we take science and reality and we put it together. But what about that whole spiritual part of it? The thing that gives us drive, the things that gives us passion. Why are we out here? Richie, we've talked about this. The reason why we've both embraced, as well as so many others, I'm sure you, Tim, and I'm sure you, Sam, and Wojo, and Kelly Porter, and the everybody that I know and that I work with, there's a passion and a drive. We can't explain it. You can't write that on paper. You can't find physical evidence for the reason that we feel the drive to search for these things. I think that's the missing component. And once we start putting those pieces together, we'll have a better understanding, and then we'll be wise. Wisdom, what we're searching for anyway.
That's a brilliant fucking point, and a lot of people don't talk about it, and because they're too busy trying to make everybody a liar. You know what I mean? So you tell me every murder typically has a motive, right?
Right.
So you tell me my motive for spending my fucking money and my time and my fucking energy to go out in the fucking woods away from my family to look for something that's complete bullshit because I don't have $1 million from doing it. I don't even have $150 from doing it. So I don't know what the hell you're talking about. What would drive a person to do that? Well, an event would. Something like when I was a child and this woman walked into my room and knew my name for 3 nights in a row. It was my grandmother. She was a ghost. I saw her with my own eyes. Do I expect any of you to believe what happened? No, but I went on a 10-year search for the paranormal.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out what a ghost was because there was one in my fucking room. I didn't get paid to do that. I wasn't on TV with taps. I didn't do any of that crap. So that's a great point to say, hey, why is this logical man, out there in the woods searching for this? I mean, am I worried about getting popular? No, I already had 1,200 friends on Facebook before I got here. I don't need you. Get the hell out of here. You know what I mean? I've lived many walks of life, from sobriety to hockey to basketball to softball to, life itself on the streets, old neighborhoods, schools. I got people everywhere I go. Hey, Richie, it's my girl's like, we can never get out of anywhere because you know somebody. I'm like, yeah, isn't it great? Like, I don't need to fucking be here for that. All right, so that ain't it. Money sure as the fuck ain't it, because I'm arguing with Verizon about my damn fucking bill. You know what I mean? I'm not over there going, yeah, who cares, man? I'm making a ton of money looking for fucking bipedal monkey in the woods, you fuck. You know what I mean? Like, what is wrong with people? Like, seriously. Like, that's a great point. We got a passion for a reason. We got a
The only reason why I'm in it is because of the experience we had up in New York with the tree shaking and the howling and growling and the roaring. That was a moving experience. I can't explain other than a Bigfoot. And that's what drives me. You know, you can't unhave an experience. And as people can believe or not, it doesn't even matter to me anymore. When I talk about Bigfoot, people, we just talk about it at work, and there he goes again. And then there's other people that you capture them and you got their attention, and there's other guys like, oh, shut up, dude. I was like, what are you thinking? But you can't unhave an experience, and if it's major enough to do what it did for me and Eric, it just drives you down this road, whether you want to go down it or not. And you're just along for the ride. This is where it's taking us.
Yep,
really.
You're right, man. And I think that's a great topic that you bring up, Mike. And maybe there was one that we'll talk about in the new year, and I'll have you back on to do that because, like I said, people just want to assume somebody's here for a popularity contest or I'm making a lot of money because I'm on a podcast. I fucking pay a bill to be on a podcast. My StreamYard costs me it's up to $780 a year. I got 7 kids to provide for. I'm not here because I'm going to be rich and famous. You know what I mean? Right. Like I said earlier, broken infamous. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, that's the thing. When I started getting into Bigfoot, it was really when I went to Whitehall. I wanted to do some Bigfoot content. Didn't know how it was going to go. I've always been into Bigfoot as, that pop culture thing, right? I've even made a couple goofy videos about Bigfoot before I even thought about getting into it. My wife got Yeti on her license plate because it was fun. We'd go out, we'd go hiking to the White Mountains and buy bumper stickers. That was the cool thing. I got into the content side of it. I took a trip to Whitehall, New York, and I realized, wow, there's a whole community. Like literally this Whitehall community told me the story. I've learned about the story, and it really, and I looked in Brian, Goslin's eyes, and I talked to him and I met him and I believed him, and it got me into wanting to learn more about it. And I talked to more people all across New England. I've talked to all you investigators. Tim, you're the one guy that I want to spend the most time with, believe it or not. I want to talk nature with you. I'm a nature guy. That's my background. But meeting, even spending more time with Ronnie today, talking about where it starts bridging into the paranormal, and we see that UFOs and UAPs are not fake. They're not propaganda. They're not false. That there's more than this reality. We have this perception, and I think we're starting to peel the onion back, and I think it letting people know it's okay to talk about these things, the Bigfoot sightings and stuff, and just be open-minded, right? Because we realize now that big media, mass media is garbage. They're just there for the money, and they're delusional themselves. They have no clue what's going on. So it's up to people like us. And believe it or not, I was thinking about this the other day, how the Bigfoot community, I know more people who are in tune to reality and in the moment than I did in any other group, any other community that I've ever been a part of. Because people are paying attention. Paranormal, UFO, all that stuff. People are paying attention. And that's not it's not what anybody else is doing. So I'm in. And whatever we gotta do to get to the bottom of this stuff, Richie, I'm here, bro.
No doubt, man. And we're gonna put together different things too, because we've been pounding our area pretty good. We've gotten a lot of results. It's kept us here. But we want to get back out. We've been talking about going to different places. I'd love to get back out with the Vogels. That area is really intriguing to us, and obviously finding a print definitely triggered us in a sense. That other one I just put up recently too, Tim, was the second one we found that day, but kind of wrote it off. It was up away from that one, up next to the log, and it was fatter and shorter, and we thought it might have had some spread from the weather. And then I went back into my 3D scan, and I really opened it up and traveled through it. And again, I'm not Meldrum, but it had some qualities in it that made me want to post it and see what kind of opinions I could get from it. There wasn't I didn't see a boot cut. I didn't see tracks from a boot. I did see a form like digits, what I thought to be digits. Again, I'm not an expert in feet. But I did date a girl one time that was. But anyways, that's a different story. So she said. Wouldn't kiss you, but like the big toe. Anyways, was that allowed?
It was more than one print, though, Rich. It was
a tranny.
But there was different set of tracks, and even though some may not be as clear as others, the thing is that on the side, I was looking at while you guys are scanning reverse, and I'm measuring distance from heel to toe, and you're talking about like about 54 inches apart. So that's why I'm still saying that it's a good possibility of what those footprints are in the tracks. But again, you can't jump to conclusions. But who else can make these tracks crystal clear? There was more than 1 foot between the one you cast and the one Richie's talking about.
Yep.
And there was multiple tracks. And I'm sitting there just measuring.
It was a good stride. It was like a 5-6 foot stride, and you had to go up in an elevation from the riparian or the sand up a ledge like to the grassy where that next foot came down. I think Eric said it was like 5 feet or so.
Yeah, it was. It was. We measured it out. I think that one we measured out at 56 inches for a stretch. So it was in there. Oh yeah, absolutely. But the trick behind that is when we saw the step and the little rock moved, we saw the break of the rock from the dirt. You could tell that it pivoted to that area, so it wouldn't have a true stride, right? It was turning. So the stride shorter when we turn, right? So I imagine it's not 70, like a straight stride. It's like a 56 with an angled stride. I'm sorry, the boss is here. Come here, bud. Yeah, come here. Come see
that's that high grass area that you and Richie walked on. That's what he's talking about.
That's what we.
That makes a lot of sense.
Come here.
We casted a couple of years prior to that one. We had cast another one in 16 or 18, and there was a lot of high grass, and we were kind of new to the casting too, and it was a lousy cast, and it was all bubble gummy and crap on the bottom, so we didn't even consider it. I don't even show it. It's like a waste of plaster. But the other one we got out of there was the one where we had 17. It was 5-inch heel, 17-inch track at the top, 17 and a half, and it's legit. So, I mean, it has a history of it. The track was the same. It was a similar size, different shape, but similar. It was the same size, different shape. So there could be, more than one there. And it has a history of it. And not just our sightings. There's a number of other people that we can go back and talk about Bigfoot sightings just in this one particular area of October Mountain State Forest, particularly Felton Pine.
But thank you guys for telling us about the dental casting, because I bought some and I ended up doing the casting on our last cast, and I just brought a bag and just started molding it in. I thought that was the best way of doing it instead of grabbing a stick doing it. And it came out great. Except, where's Richie? Oh, there he is.
Sorry.
So, all right. So, Richie, I mean, first of all, I thought I did a great job casting the last cast, but I might as well finish up what happened after.
It was better. It was a better cast. That was a difficult cast because it was on an angle. So real quick, because I'm going to go to 8:30 and we're going to wrap up. But two things I'm going to bring up. Right. Good night, Brandy. By the way. Yes, sir. So here, let me get it. Oh shit! I want to get this real quick. And this here, real quick, and the cast here real quick. So ding dong. So what happened was we were out with if you haven't seen it, look up the Haunted Raven on YouTube. He did a little documentary of us when we brought him out. So they're going to leave. I head over to the gifted chair to leave the recorder because I like to do that last second so we get all the minutes we can out of it, right? So I go down this little hill. I look down. Now it's all compost, thick compost. There's a wide open piece of like mud in this leafy area. So what the hell's that? Why is it muddy? Hi, I am in the middle of a very, very important piece here. Nothing more important than you fellas, though. I love you. No, that's Daddy's. That's a Bigfoot thing. You can't touch that. All right. Yep. You want to go upstairs? Yeah. Yeah. I tell you what I'll do. Here's Daddy's garlic bread because I hate garlic. Go ahead. I don't hate garlic. I love garlic. I just can't handle it anymore. Greg, I love you guys.
Doesn't love you back.
It'll be good for Mama. So I go, what the hell is this? So I start inspecting it, and sure enough, it's on the side of this hill like this. So it has a bend in it like that. And I start poking, and there's digits. There's like holes in the side of the hill. So I said, oh my God, is that a print? So we cast it. We're standing there waiting for it to dry. We're talking. I unearthed it, flipped it over. Me and Wojo were talking. I'm like, it's right there. So we both blah, blah, blah. So what does Wojo do? Wojo decides.
Whoa. Before you get to that point,
I don't want to.
We were here, like Richie's like, it was getting dark out. And I said, I have a flashlight, but we've been hearing walking through the woods. So we're kind of like locked in, we hear like this, like, sounds like a muddy walk, whatever, we're hearing snaps. And then Richie's like, hey, did you bring your light? I go, I do have a flashlight in my bag. Go ahead, Rich.
So he goes, I'll go get it, and steps on it.
I felt this like crunch. I go, oh, no fucking way. I go, Richie. I go, oh no. He goes, nope. Just back up. I backed up, and you want to talk about my heart just dropped. I'm like, are you effing? Sam, I don't know how you guys didn't hear that. I was like swearing. Oh my God.
But it was in two pieces. It didn't crumble or nothing. So no big deal. I put it back together.
Yeah.
So here's the track. And you look at it, you go, well, that don't look like much, I can see up the top here. There's definitely, I don't know if you guys can see that as much.
Yeah.
So then you put this on here. Now here's the key to this. And this is what I'm going to tell you guys something. I'm going to tell you a little something and see what you think. I'll go up to the camera. Why not? Fuck it. We'll hang out. You guys all right to hang out a few minutes?
I'm here, bro. I got a bucket.
By the way, we put up I tightened the lid too tight, and they ate the bottom off.
Yeah, that was incredible.
That's not a critter either. Those are big teeth marks. It ripped the bottom of the peanut butter jar off. How's that for you? Who has that evidence, baby? Let's go. Oh, shit. I can't get this monitor out. That's all right. I'll just go up. Wojo, tell me what I'm doing.
Well, there's this, they've been talking about this eDNA, the environmental DNA stuff. It'd be great if you guys, it's a money thing, but it'd be great if somebody could pull that stuff together and potentially grab some of that. It's transference DNA.
Do you see what he's looking? See what you're looking at?
Yeah.
Hang on. Excuse me. What's happening?
You won't listen.
Get upstairs. Goodbye. Get out of my studio, bro. You can spank him upstairs so nobody hears it, please. All right, you there?
Yeah. Yep.
Sorry, little parental duties. We're running late, so here it is. Right, it's got a little square, right? But it had this clump in the middle. You see that big hill with this mound? It had a hole in the middle of it, right, in the dirt. So I was a little curious on what the hell that was. So you see this? See those? See that?
What?
Yeah, it looks like toes.
Right, but look at this. You see that? Can you see them?
Yeah.
Okay, so I brought it home. I was staring at it for a while. That's definitely digits. Okay? Ain't no doubt in my mind, because we know what that ground was like. We put our hand in it. After we cast it, you can still feel the depth of it. I could put my hand in there and curl it. Where this is located, we come in on this path. It is directly across from the path. At the end of the path is where we got directly, dude. There's 3 trees that grow together off a stump. The night we were seeing the eyes, I saw something do this, and then go back. And you hear me on the live say, I'm dealing with some movement over this way, guys, right at the end of the path.
Yeah, I remember that.
I saw a light come out, like what we were looking at, and zoom back in. I was like, that's when I said, oh, that must be a firefly, right? So, no. Who says Bigfoot got claws? Yeah, nobody ever said Bigfoot's got claws. Might have long fingernails because he doesn't go to the get his manicures done. So I put all this together and went, oh my God, dude, you know what, bro? I think this is actually a hand. I think it's a hand. And I think that the hand was placed into the side of the hill. And that hole in the middle is where the ball of his hand was resting. Like I can't touch where he is with the ball of my hand. Okay? I think he was, and what's beyond it is the slide of his hand. But there's this in the middle that makes no sense. With the way this is a curve of a hill to have a hole right there that we ended up casting, Mojo and I. That's that thing right here. So we went back and there's an impression off to the right that Wojo brought up. He thought it was me. So he didn't say nothing. And I was like, no, dude, I was over the left side of the thing the whole time. And what we think happened was, again, this is context, people. This is when you're out investigating. You have context, right? So the fingers were in the side, dug in. We think that he was pulling himself up and watching us and going back down. And that's why I think that's a hand and not a foot. Thank you.
But also to add was that before we casted, we were trying to find that print because we didn't quite mark it, but we had some leaves over it. So we pulled the leaves out. I go, no, I think it's right here, Rich, because it has to be like about almost an inch deep. Okay, so if this is the hand, you're talking what? Maybe like a foot south, like 430 of it, like to the right, and you can see a deep compression. I thought it was a heel, right? So I go, Richie, because I remember I was right beside him when he said, "Hey, I think I saw that firefly, flashlight bug, or whatever you call them," and then it's gone. But we heard the sounds over there. What I'm believing, well, what we're putting together, was that this compression. I wonder if it's his knee. He's got his left knee down, okay, and he's got his right hand down, and he's kind of like and he's got his leg up, kind of like an upward position, and he's kind of like going up and down, doing this, the movement, because you can see he really pushed down hard on the handprint area that we're talking about. But that knee part makes a lot of sense because I think, you know what, Rich? I think it's possibly a knee because that compression's deep.
Well,
and that just, you try to put that in context there, that knee was down. He can huddle down pretty low, but he can see as clear as day in that spot. Like he said.
That's not where the little hill is.
Yes, there's a little hill at the top of the
little hill.
The tree that I saw that reflection come out of. And the other thing, looking back too, I remember saying, "No, that was too low," because what we were looking at, and I seen them low to the ground, but where this was located, it just seemed like an odd height, like 3 feet. Whereas we seen the lights in the woods down the ground, that spider crawl people talk about, where they get real low. But this was in between standing up, and I'm like, "What 3-foot creature?" You know what I mean? Like it didn't compute.
Right.
So when I turned around when I heard the noise, and this is what I saw was like, imagine this light going like this back to the tree. That's what I saw. When I turned around like this, I saw that, and it was like it was a white light.
There was no other light source, right? It was that.
Exactly, but we could hear it. We could hear it like right there in front of us.
Yeah.
Say I'm looking out to my car, the light source would be off to my left along the trails, and then this was behind me at the end of the trail going to the gifting chair.
Yeah.
Right.
And it drops downhill. And once I got there, it all made sense why it was at that height, why it would be snapped back real quick, and what really made me think so was that thing in the middle. That hole in the middle. I said that it doesn't make sense that it would be a foot unless he had some wart that we didn't know about. That'd be a pretty incredible wart. But
no, the digit, the hole could be. I mean, just thinking out of the box.
Sure.
You could step on a stick if it's a Bigfoot. You could step
Correct.
on a stick, and it could have had a portion of the stick come up with his foot.
Right.
And now it's made a divot, and it's now transferred, and it's fallen off. So you get this weird shape with a divot in it. It's like, how's that happen?
Right.
You just walked away with the evidence, but you didn't see it. So,
Right.
I mean, those are weird anomalies.
I will do.
Forget the weird little anomaly. Look at that big picture and look at that structure and see if you make heads or tails out of that, and then work on the anomaly. Because the anomaly is just that. The depression was something was there and then it wasn't.
Right. And when I was doing the research of it, I have the scan, the 3D scan, because I'm right down on it, so I'm looking everywhere. And I didn't see like anything like a clump that was like a clump of mud or something with a rock or something that would have stuck to it. So I did look in that immediate area because of the hole in the middle of what we were about to cast. There you go. Thank you, Bobby Lee. So don't forget to let people know that Amazon Prime members get a free Twitch subscription. So someone can subscribe to me on Twitch for free, even though you get the subscription. All right. So if you have Amazon Prime, you can go over to Twitch and it's free, basically, is what's being said. Thank you, Ronald. I appreciate it. Sorry, I got caught up in Bigfoot and evidence and I get excited. So I'm going to end it on this piece here. And this is why we believe that torn peanut butter is not a rodent. I'm going to show you. This is the bottom of the peanut butter, right? Try to hold my hand behind it so it doesn't reflect through so much. Now look. You see that tear mark? You see it right here?
Yeah.
You see that right here?
Mm-hmm.
That I believe was pulled from there. You can see it being pulled from here. There's no little rodent teeth mark in this. None of it has a little sign of like little teeth, like gnawing at it, right? So here. So check it out. It's right there. See it?
Yeah.
You see that?
Yeah.
That is a tear from a bigger tooth than a rodent tooth.
So if you found a rodent, you'd find a lot of little tiny shredded pieces all around the base of it.
A dog or a bear would have chewed the crap out of it.
Oh, Rich.
There'd be no pulling and no like big gouges of it if it was a rodent.
Right.
Correct.
Because where I found that, I was like,
it's interesting.
If you're sitting on the gifting chair, I mean, it's like really 9 o'clock. But what the amazing part is that it was upside down. Okay, the peanut butter.
Yep.
But that plastic piece was like directly below. I go, Rich. I go, look, that's the bottom piece right underneath there. Like you think like you pull something, you toss it away or something. No, it's in the same exact spot. That's what blew my mind.
Right, or a canine ripping it apart. He's not necessarily going to go right around the bottom. He'd probably go to the middle and start ripping it apart in the middle.
But last thing on that, Rich, is that digit, that one digit that we stepped.
Yeah, you're right.
I was trying to catch you before you sat down.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. I don't know if I can get it to show up here. Hang on, let me stand in front of it. Oh, there we go. Oh, I had it. There it is right there.
Yeah, right there. You see it?
Oh, yeah.
Look at the size of that compared to Richie's finger.
I have big hands, dude.
Hey, on the bottom, was that like, was there like scratch marks on it from like a bite and pulling? Was there scratch marks? Was that long scratch marks I was seeing on that?
Yeah. So like here you got like tearing.
Yeah, like pulling it or something.
Yeah. That would be a good observation. Yeah, there's one right here.
Yep.
So you can see it right here, and this is pulled back actually, and that'll tell you that you're not dealing with like some kind of canine teeth. This piece sticks up. You see it sticking up?
Right.
You see that sticking up?
Yeah.
But the key is look where it sticks up from.
Right.
You see the bite mark next to it? Yeah, that's not a squirrel or a raccoon.
No.
So listen, the bottom line is this. We've had an amazing year. we've had an absolute brilliant last 4 months. So out here in this particular area, we are truly researching, and we are true researchers. And I never imagined in my wildest dreams that I would openly just admit that I was a researcher. And we've been very successful at it. And the things that are in front of me, plus the things that we have that we don't show, that we keep for DNA or whatever, proves that. So, or has proven that. And I owe a lot of that to my friend Mojo, who's probably, besides Bobby Lee, who created all of what you see. This is all Bobby Lee's work, man. Bobby Lee, you're an amazingly talented producer, an amazing friend. We've had our bumps through the year, and we've worked through every one of them because this can be stressful. This isn't always smooth and easy. We've had our differences, but we've always come to the agreement on what was best for our friendship first and foremost, and we've always separated business from that. So, Bobby Lee, kudos to you and all your brilliance and all the beautiful work you've done. Thank you for being such a great friend to me and my family, and being a family member to all of us now. Wojo, you were truly one of the best decisions I've ever made, bro. 100%. When I sat around and thinking, and you got to put your ego aside when you're giving up something of yours that you created, and you're handing some of it to somebody else. It's not easy to do as a person. And I battled with it about having a co-host. And and when I sat on it for a day, I'd get pulled back towards you. I would go about my business. I'd sit on it for another day, and I'd get back pulled towards you. And I knew 100% spiritually, mentally, you were the right choice for my co-host. And for a person that has just as much passion as I do about this subject. Absolutely amazing decision on my behalf. Thank you. But seriously, you have risen above and beyond any aspect or possibility that I could ever have fathomed in my decision. So thank you. I love you, brother. You're a good dude. This is all just as much yours as it is mine. As long as you want it, it's here for you. Okay. So everybody,
but also to everybody for Rich.
Everybody kind of likes you too. That helps.
Well, they better take meds. But anyways, no, but I will say, thank you so much for the kind words, but really thank you on actually opening up my eyes and how it all started. Like I said, we played softball all these years together, and me and Richie were just associated friends. We weren't, we just know each other, and, we act like we're brothers in some funny way, but we're really not. But to bring me into this world and into his investigations, that's where everything just opened up, and the connections, like Sam from the very beginning, Dehu from the very beginning, and then Mike, actually like in the younger days that I came on, meeting Mike, and then, Tim and Eric, what you do, to make these connections. I mean, I know it's us, but really what you do, putting the thumbnails, putting all this stuff together is not easy to run a podcast. And I'll tell you, showing people evidence, everything. I'll tell you, you do a lot of hard work, especially with the 83 kids, your beautiful fiance, and Bobby Lee. Thank you too, because you do a great job. But it's just, you go out above and beyond, and the passion, the drive, I absolutely feed off that, and I love it, because this is why all of us are here now. And it's the passion, it's the love, and it's that mystery that we just, you want to crack that code, because I believe that we're dealing with Elon Musk naked in the woods with hair. And he's so intelligent. And but this is what drives us all. We want to break the code, break that mind. It's not easy.
I told you he was a perfect fit.
But again, thank you for everything you have done, and you know what, we have grown with each other too, and I am proud to say you are my brother, and your family's like my family.
100%.
So, like I said, now next year's a new year. Let's just keep climbing, baby.
Yeah, we're gonna kick some ass. I want to thank everybody on the side. We love you guys very much. You guys are amazing. I like that seeing the new guy. Sparky's been around now, coming pretty consistent. I like it. Ronnie's back. Good to see Ronnie. Chet's been coming around. I love it. Thank you guys so much. We will be out in the morning, 9 a.m. We're going to probably go live right at 9 a.m., a little give or take a few minutes. I want to see what Sparky says. Again, Idaho, I have not found a spot, but if you in Washington around Chelan County, I can help. Oh, okay, that's between them guys. All right, so I want to thank everybody for being here. Mike, thank you so much for coming in and bringing Ronnie LeBlanc with you to say hello. You know, that was really
awesome,
nice.
dude.
I respect him a lot. That's pretty awesome shit right there, right? Bobby Lee, where's that video again? Can we see that one more time before we leave?
And the best vocals showed up, and the beautiful Sam with the beautiful the colors. I absolutely love you. You're a gift.
Show everybody again.
Thank you. Oh,
look at that. That's some Richie B stuff, right? Banter, Richie B.
Yeah.
Makeup line now. Thank you.
Yeah.
That is amazing. Thank you all for coming. Well, Bobby Lee won't play that, I guess, so I'll just have to play this as we go out. Thank you all for coming. I can't thank you enough. Stay tuned for I'm taking a couple weeks off. I got to regroup. I got some technology stuff I got to work on. I got some audio that I just shared with you tonight that I'm going to bring back and make sure it's crisp and right to where you can all hear it without squinting your eyes trying to listen. I want to make sure that it's done properly. This is research that put it this way, the card that I picked it up with, it's in here. This is an insert. This little card right here has been retired for historical value, that it will never be used again because of the sounds that are on it. It'll be put away somewhere in a safe, and my kids will have it. That's how important the sounds are that we picked up. And I'm telling you right now, when you hear it, there will be no doubt in your mind as researchers of what's on it. All right? So stay tuned for that. That's coming. The new logo is out. All the shop is the shop is loaded with all the new logos, man. All the shirts, the hoodies, the cups, the magnets. It's got the dude on it, man. We should have a contest and name them. You know what? And if we choose your name, it'll be a silent vote with a poll. If we choose your name, I'll send you a shirt and maybe a book from Arthur Mills to go with it.
You know what? Sooner than you think, we are going to have Wojo merch.
Yeah,
nice. In the middle, Jess just designed a new Wojo shirt. It's pretty awesome. So we are going to have a Wojo line as well coming out this year. So keep an eye out for that. We might have a Tim Vogel shirt coming out. We don't know.
I can't wait for June, right? Awesome.
Tim Vogel's going to have one called The Hugger, and he's going to be hugging me.
That's me.
Tim Vogel fucking hates hugs, by the way. I'm gonna play this one time on the
I'm a
way out.
handshake guy. Just a handshake is fine.
I know. I'm aware. I give you air hugs when I see him. I'm like, love you, Tim. And that way I don't get an uppercut. You know what I mean? So, all right, guys.
People come into your space, they get a punch in the throat.
And I can feel that happening. So that's why I hug the air now.
And by the way, Richie knows how to start fires now, so we're gonna get like Richie the fire starter and give that.
Fuck him.
Oh boy.
Yes.
This has been a great time. I'm gonna play that clip of Banter Richie B Productions. We got some things coming down the pike in the production category. But with every production, they'll always be a live, unedited cut. So you'll always be able to see both. So that's kind of a little bit different than what a lot of people do. So get used to that. So enjoy this on the way out. We'll be right back to say boom, goodbye, buy the merch, tell you where to find us, and love Baby Jack in 1 minute.
Good morning. Welcome to Banter with Richie B Live.
Near these huts.
Yep.
There's something going on here.
Behind us after. The trees were fucking moving everywhere. Yeah, bro. Goosebumps.
Maddox, you were with me. We looked this way. It was not like this.
Welcome to Banter with Richie B.
Yo, what's up, everybody?
Oh, yeah, that's right. He's back. Yeah, we've seen him for a while. Oh, I'm live. Look at that. Say hi, Wojo. Hi, Wojo.
There we go. A little something right there, made by the great Bobby Lee Hubbard, my executive producer. Amazing, for a sign of things to come. Let's call it that, right? One thing in there, if you listen right after I just all that, swear words, you hear my son go, Maddox was there, and he goes, that was scary. You can hear, if you listen to that, you can hear that boy say that at 14 years old. That was scary. He knows what he lived that day. And it was pretty intense. So thank you guys, Sam. You're a friend and always will be. We love you so much. Thank you for being here. We appreciate it. And
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, and tomorrow morning we'll be on live. Tim, thank you so much. That was a great surprise. You hung out with us the whole time. And Mr. Mike, thank you so much. We love and appreciate you guys. Wojo and I are going to take this out one time on our own to say goodbye to everybody. And I just love you guys so much for being here. And let's get together and get those collaborations going. How about some of that, yo? Because a big year's coming. Merry Christmas to everybody. Happy New Year. And happiness and health to whatever you celebrate, whatever holidays you enjoy. Just love each other. Be good to each other. Don't shit on each other. Please stop that stuff. Just be good to each other. Because America is back, baby. Yeah, give me some of that. All right. See you guys later. Wojo, stay with me 1 second. Goodbye, Sam. Goodbye, Tim. Goodbye, Mike. Awesome. Thank you, brother. That was a great time. Was that not a blast?
Come on, kid. Can't ask for a better podcast with all these beautiful people around us. That's community. That's awesome.
Almost 3 hours, and I don't give a shit. How's that?
Right. That's
so
right.
Welcome anybody out there watching on Twitch. I hope you enjoyed us. You're going to be seeing a lot of us, so get used to us. Banter with Richie B. You can find me on YouTube. You got to hit that notify button because we go out in the woods live, man, and you can join us. So if you're new from Twitch, make sure you get over to my Banter with Richie B YouTube page and hit that like, subscribe, and notify button. We're going to be out in the woods tomorrow morning of the Bridgewater Triangle located in southeastern Massachusetts looking for Bigfoot. You can join us. You can give your opinions. You can listen with your headphones. You can watch with your eyes and see everything live. No bullshit. Everything's uncut, unedited, and we rolling, okay? So thank you and welcome to Twitch. Thank you, everybody, for being here tonight. We appreciate you all. You can also find us over on Dark Realm TV. Enjoy that. We got some live exclusives coming with them. Boys over the UK, Ben Kennelly from Parastream. You can enjoy them. Follow me on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook, and YouTube. All Banter with Richie B. I love you, baby Jack. Thank you so much for pushing my passion, man. Thank you, buddy. I love you. Love you, mama. Wojo, there you go, man. Do your thing.
Guys, keep climbing. Buy the merch. And boom, let's go. Happy 2025. Let's go. Let's bring it now.
Absolutely. Thank you all on the side. We love and appreciate you guys. Thank you so much, man. We got so many big things coming. We want you to be part of it. This is your podcast, too. Thank you, everybody. Have a good night. Happy anniversary, Wojo.
You too. Boom. Yeah.
Let's go.